Hello. Oh my gosh. Hi. It feels like I haven't seen you all in forever. You know what I mean? Like forever. Easter fish. Hey. Hello. Hello. Hi. You haven't? How long has it been? Listen. Okay. So four whole evers. True. Too long. Okay, so like my job, so I work at Lowe's, right? And I'm like seasonal. So I'm like watering the plants, I'm doing this stuff. First of all, my neck really hurts. So like, I can do this. I can't really, oh. Like even leaning my body to that side, it really hurts. So we'll see. We'll see how that's gonna be. So I am off today, tomorrow, and I'm off Friday, so I should be able to stream on those days. So on the, thank you for the resub, 39 months. Hey, we're close to the funny number, the 6-9. Thank you. So yes, I have today, tomorrow, and I have Friday off, so I should be able to stream on those days. And what else is there? Oh, yeah, on the days that I'm watering, it's pretty like, it's not mentally draining, but it is physically like exhausting. Do you know how heavy plants get? Especially when they're watered, which I have to do. It's a lot. And right now we are going through ferns like crazy. If you live in the States and you live near like a Lowe's, it's so many ferns, so many. I have to unwrap them, I have to water them, and then I have to put them back on the carts. Oh my gosh, all 7, 8, 9, 10 carts. I think we have 11 carts. It's like 10 and a half, but basically 11 carts. And also, I know that I am a big, tall fish, but these carts are a little too big for me. I cannot reach the top shelf very well, okay? I am a proud 7.5, almost 8 foot tall fish, right? Okay, but in my human form, I lose a lot of that height. And so, and so the carts are too tall now. They're too tall. So, yeah, maybe that's why I'm like, maybe that's why like there's a little strain on my neck, on my right side, because I'm just on my tippy toes, and I didn't expect to have such a marginally huge difference in size and like height. I've been wearing these shoes to like my office job. Hey, Connection, thank you for the sub. 25 months, let's go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've been wearing these like platform shoes, and I didn't realize how much height it gave me in my human form. It gives me like 2 to 3 inches. Okay, 2 inches. It gives me 2 inches. I had to look at them. 2 inches. I did not realize how much I was slacking until I couldn't wear them at work anymore, because you know, I'm working at a hardware store. You can't really wear bougie off-brand Uggs to work. You know, platform bougie off-brand Uggs. So I'm wearing tennis shoes. It's great. It's been great. How is everybody doing? Before we get really deep into the mess that is, how is everybody doing? Tall boots are the best. Holy you tiny? Shut the fuck up, you overgrown man, the fucking meat sack. That's what it is. Overgrown meat sack. Fuck you. I don't care about boosting my account. There's so many. So now Toby is small. Went from shark to shrimp. Alright. Y'all funny. Y'all got jokes. Can I say a really funny work story? I actually have a funny work story, and no League streaming. Yeah, that's true. I can't stream League right now because Vanguard fucking kicks my ass every time I try to stream League now. Can I say a funny work story? It's really quick, I promise. Okay, so I'm in the break room, right? And I'm just sitting there with my other coworkers, right? We're all chilling, and somebody is sneezing. So they sneeze the first time, somebody says bless you. They sneeze again, the second time, I say bless, you right? And I'm like, all right. Third time this person sneezed, and there's this older woman, without skipping a beat, says, would you shut the hell up? I was like, no way she said that out loud. Oh man, this is so funny. That is actually so. Let's imagine like you're having allergies or your allergies are fucking you up, and you have somebody that just tells you shut up. No filters at all. No, none whatsoever. Just would you shut the hell up? You only get 3 sneezes, then you're done. Absolutely finished. They didn't sneeze again. So, you know, maybe there's a method to her madness. Oh gosh. I did have a coworker tell me to kill myself. Like, go kill yourself. And like, if it wasn't for the fact that I played League of Legends for many years and I am just used to the gaming space, I probably would have taken that very, very offensively. But I did not take it offensively at all. I just laughed. It's like, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I was saying something because like, oh, he didn't take the watering gloves. Like, we were offered watering gloves. He just said no. I said yes. And now every time something is like a miss, like whether like his hands and sleeves are getting all wet from the hose, or like he's touching these roses and like the thorns are prickling him through the other cloth gloves. And like, I'm just like, well, you know, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. And it's just now to the point, League desensitized us all. True, it has. All it takes is for me to wave my glove and he just mouths at me, kill yourself. That's great. It's a good time. It's also a good time. Okay. Now that we have some good laughs, now it's time to dive into what the hell has been going on Twitter. Dude, when did this pop off? Like, what happened? Well, like, okay, I know what happened, but like, how did it happen? I am lucky enlightened. I have not played the League of Legs. Yeah, you don't want to. It's a pretty terrible game. Okay, so let's go to my likes, because I did save this. Because this is like the like docs, right? Like this has all the docs. People just see people as stepping stones. Yeah. I feel like when you get here's my perspective on it. Before I read anything, here's what I think. I think when people like get to a certain level of like big, you know, they're sort of desensitized to like climbing the corporate ladder, so to speak, even though it's all indie and it's all like artists and all this stuff. So they just I'm so confused. I've been a bit offline since Tuesday. Yeah, fucking this shit blew up. Also, I want to say this first and foremost. I was probably one of the only VTubers. There were others, but then they got silenced. I was one of the VTubers that stood my ground when I said that first song Sinder released was absolutely dog shit. Like, that was like the worst interpretation of like a metal song. I call it metal rap. Sure, it was rapping, but it wasn't even rapping, okay, might I add. I may play the song here in a minute, or when we get to that part at least, but when it first released, I didn't hate it, because I don't care enough. but it was dog shit. And people were calling it out for being dog shit. But then there was other people that, you know, like, oh no, how could you be so mean to somebody who just released their song? And now we're hearing stuff about her saying shit about Bow's music. Like, damn. All I want to say is, she shouldn't say shit. She has no room to talk there. Well, I find it interesting. Yeah, history is a flat circle. I thought that was gonna say history is a flat earth. That would have been awesome. Okay, so I think this is the first one that released. It's released April 26th, yesterday. Oh my gosh. At 1:42 a.m. So we were all just chilling out. Some of us were like sleeping. You know, it's crazy. So before we read into the document, because I think this is a really long document. Here, let's see how long this document is. Due to heavy traffic on this file. Okay, try again. What's this? Okay, how long is this document? It's only 15 pages. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. 15 pages. Oh lordy. Okay, here's some of the comments. Like Cottontail, Matara, freaking AI Candy, Vienna, Shoto, Amalie, Asayu, Feifei, Tomoe, Buff Pup. Like, these are all really big VTubers, right? They are not taking Cinder's side at all. That is like, ooh, that's not good. It's not good at all. See, all these other people I don't really know too well. I think that's, artists deserve the utmost respect. Business should never be at the expense of a friend. She pissed off everyone? Yeah, these some big names. These are very big names. All right. So this is what happens when you fuck around and you find out. So I wanted to share my experience with Cinder and Red manipulating me. Red is, I believe, Redacted, which I thought they were actually, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Redacted was like ironic. I thought it was like an ironic name for him because she wants to pin all the blame on him. I thought it was like some weird, like, ironic SCP sort of like thing to like make it blow over, but no, that's actually his name, Redacted. Okay. Manipulating me, using me, and dragging me into drama while sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people I thought were her closest friends. Not only do I no longer wish to work with Cinder, but I want to share what I've endured over the years and shed light on what she has been doing behind people's backs to protect artists and friends that may be experiencing something similar. Now that Redacted is out of the way, I can finally get my own shit. Yeah, right. So I saw the post, right, where like I saw the I don't think it's in here. I saw the post where she's like Redacted has been fired essentially. Does that mean she broke up with him, or does that mean like what does that mean? Right? Like what does that mean? Okay. I struggled a lot with writing this document and wasn't sure if what I felt and experienced working was real or just burnout, but I think this proves that I was lied to and manipulated over the course of years while working with Cinder. That's another thing too. You like lose part of your life. Yes, broken up. You think so? Panic PR move? Probably. You know what? I'm 99.9999995% sure that was a panic PR thing. Just like, no longer working with him, but doesn't want to break up with him, but also cheated. So, okay, so I'm kind of jumping around. She cheated before, right? Did she cheat on somebody with Redacted, or did she cheat on Redacted but they're still together? Like, what's the deal with that? I don't know. I feel like, okay, This is gonna sound really bad, but hear me out. I don't think cheating really affects you as a VTuber because you're not supposed to, like, I mean, some VTubers do, but for the most part, you're playing a character. So I think your real life cheating shouldn't really affect it unless you, like, let it out, obviously, or it gets found out, obviously. People are going to shit on you about it. But I don't think that's, like, I don't think that's something that should, like, be a career-ruining thing, unless, like, your whole shtick. It's like the Bentellect thing. If your whole shtick is about, like, oh, being honorable or being loyal, and then, you know, it gets out that you're actually a cheating, lying bitch, well, that brand is now ruined. If you're couple streamers, yeah. She cheated on Redacted, but they're still together. Oh, okay. This was 4 or 5 years ago. It's mostly to just illustrate a pattern of her being shitty. I see. Okay. So it's just like one of the many, I don't know. Like, when I first heard about this, I was like, to be honest, this just sounds like normal levels of, like, bad behavior. Just, like, this didn't seem, like, too extreme or just like, oh, gotta get the pitchforks. But after reading more stuff, it's like, oh, no, she's just a shitty person. Should've just stuck with being a character. Based on working with Redacted, Red, Cinder's manager, and Cinder over the years that I am sure they speak for each other, there is no reason to believe Red was acting without Cinder's consent and knowledge. Whenever I use they or them, it refers to both of them acting as a team. Ooh. English not being my first language and the language barrier, I discuss the situation, my feelings and thoughts with native English speakers, who help me put them into words so everything is clear without any misunderstandings due to lack of English skills. No, any names that are censored here were censored because the creator in question did not provide consent to have their name revealed by the time of me posting this document. Slandering other creators. Okay, this is where we get into the thick. Yeah, I mean, Fookie the Rosencrantz. Thank you for the shout out, by the way. What were you last playing? Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. Back when the games were actually, like, good. And not overused and whatever, that's for another day. I will start with screenshots showing them speaking ill of other creators and spreading rumors while manipulating me. That is all in our best interest. In addition to spreading ill rumors, they also complain and accuse Bao of giving their editor too much work, resulting in the editor not having any time for new clients, which will be important later on. The screenshots below them showing their affection and appreciation immediately followed by spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic, to manipulate any future decisions regarding commissions. Damn. This is the equivalent of love bombing. So Cinder was love bombing her artist. Like, oh my gosh, your art is so good and I'm just so happy to have your art. Listen, so I hear that you're trying to do art for this other person. You probably shouldn't. I just don't want your art to be attached to a bad name, you know? I wouldn't want that for you. And like I said, I really adore your art. You see how easy that is to say over text? Ugh. I love bombing. Okay, of course, I wanted to understand it better. Especially if I cancel her for the second time. Oh. What? Well, with Blank, she's given a lot of bias and priority at GS, sometimes over Cinder. We can't really confront them about it, and plus she's gone 3D lately. Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've got, but like, big VTubers, they all kind of share the same artists. That's why all their art, like, it looks good, right? It looks really good, but it all kind of looks the same. I mean, they all do that, right? I thought that was just like a normal thing. It's like when a smaller group of VTubers, they all of their art starts to kind of look the same. It's because they all use the same artist. You know, they're hiring the same artist, which is good for the artists, and it's good for the VTubers, because, you know, it's just good for everyone. I don't think it's a bad thing, so. That was thinking, constantly picking up artists. We've gotten to know her better being friends with her, but she really rubs us the wrong way with the things she does. We wanted to try and safeguard our most important artist from her, since she's already taken our editor. And I don't mean to take taken like he doesn't work with us anymore. He does, but he has to dedicate time for her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. Also, one of Bao's music video editors is the one that did the Boss Rush music video, and we're 99% sure she told him not to do any more with us. But like, model art is the most important thing. That's a VTuber's entire image. Sal sounds really weird. Well, we love working with you. Cinder wouldn't be Cinder without Nano. Okay, but like, let me tell you the tea about the MV thing. Bella had original songs last year that had MVs by her editor, and the songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon and was saying that he'd love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We managed to have him squeeze in the Boss Rush music video between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it. Boss Rush. Oh, this song? Boss Rush by Cinder, Tricky. Where's the song? There we go. Oh my god, I gotta pause my other song. Hold on, let me listen to this. If it's, I hope it's better.
Dumpster fire.
Okay. I hope this is better than Cinder's first release song. Her first, oh my gosh. I mean, it has other people in it, so it should be fine. Why is Cinder in the middle? I would not care. Dude, if you showed me this a week ago, I would literally ask, I literally could care less who was in the center. I guess because it's like under her video, right? So caution proof. That's, oh my gosh. That sounds really bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Shy by Bebe? Shy Lily Bebe? That one was different. Because it was a lot more petty. This is like kind of serious. The Shy Lily and Bebe was like just petty bitchiness. The one and only Hellhound. This is all other. Why are we listening to this again? Because they're talking about Boss Rush. I just want to see if it's better quality than her first song that she released. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of basic. It's like, the video's good. The song is... it's a song. I think their writing is weird. Okay, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You call yourself Faker? Vienna. Vienna, be fucking for real. It sounds mid. Sounds like a song I've heard a million times in the worst way. It doesn't... oh my gosh. I don't want to like hate on the work because it's not just her doing the work, right? There's like other people involved. It's boring. I'm sorry. I said it. I said it. The song's boring. It's boring. The video looks nice, but the song itself... and like VTuber music, it's kind of different, right? Because it's not. Bao did it better. Did Bao do it? Hold on. Okay, wait. Well, more her singing is better. Bao singing. What are some Bao songs? I want to hear some Bao. Bao the Whale. Original song. Burst My Bubble. Is that one? Is that one? Oh, this looks cute. Oh, it looks cute. All right, let's.
Smelling roses, everlasting bliss, perfect days all aboard. Not a hit or miss, always down for this. With you I'm doing fine. I got you, you got me. Baby, you know it's all I ever need. Go, if you try to bite me, know you got my back and know that I got yours. Oh, oh.
Where's Sinder? There's no Sinder. Okay, it's a different genre. This song is a different genre than the other song we were listening to. This actually feels like she's performing. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it's the same issue with the first song Sinder released. It doesn't sound like she's really singing or performing. She's just, la, yeah, la, ah. You know what I mean? Oh gosh, people are gonna be so critical when I finally release my mini album. Oh man. Ah! But for real, she is talking. It does sound like, it doesn't, okay, not singing. But like here, Bao actually sounds like she's performing. Like she's actually singing the song and performing the song. I'm sorry, that other song, it doesn't sound like any of them were really trying to perform the song. They were just goofing around, which is perfectly fine if that's what you're going for. But you just can't compare. It's almost like, it's almost unfair to compare these two songs because one is like, it's at a different level. It's at a higher level, and that in the previous song we were listening to is just at like, it's just not at that level that this song is. Does that make sense to anybody, or is it just me? It's probably just me. I'm probably just an asshole. Whatever. Well, we love working with you, Cinder. Wouldn't be Cinder without Nano. Yeah, fucking for real. Okay, but, we managed to have him squeeze in the Boss Rush music video between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it and is super excited to work on the next music video project. Boss Rush's song blows up and he's credited as the editor. I asked him when he's free to do the next project. All of a sudden he changes his mind and is only working with Bao going forward. No explanation. Hold on, who was the editor? Hold on a second. I don't want to listen to it again. Who was the editor? Watch. Why is it showing me short? Stop it. It's fine to goof around, but they were presenting it like it was like Bao level. Yeah, you just can't present it the same because they're not the same. They're not the same. What is this? Smoke and mirrors. Oh boy. Is that the latest song she... Okay, let's... This song aged poorly. Just those first few lyrics. Oh. The foreshadowing is crazy! Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'm so sorry. It's so funny. There's some context missing since we know how Bao is behind the scenes, but basically we don't have it in a music video editor now for our next Boss Rush project. We think Bao got pissed that her editor did an original song music video for her friends without her knowing, and it did 100 times better than her original songs last year, that she locked him up so no one else could work with him, and then had him make it public on Twitter that he was only working with her going forward. Like a literal announcement tweet. Wait, really? Okay, hold on. How many? This got 1.7 million views. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think the reason why I got so many views is because of these. It's just because of their names. That's the only reason why I got so many views. Because most times when you're doing collabs, right? Like you're doing live collabs, people that are a supporter of like one person stays in that one person's like stream. Yeah, they may follow the other people, but they mostly stay in that one stream. So when you take that audience onto a music video, like a YouTube video, that's how you get all that traffic. I'm not saying they don't deserve it by any means, but I'm just saying but that's why it got so many views versus like Bow's music that got.
I
Hold on a second. Doesn't she have other music too though? This one got 216K views. Oh. Oh, what is this? Oh, they were all friends! Did this song get really hyped? "52 Hearts." That got a lot of views. That got 1 million views, that song did. So what? These songs just... And also, this song got 1.8 million views. What do they mean by our song did 1 million times better? And now she's been barking up the tree of one of our live 2D animators. So like, and you, and a nano model. Yeah, looking for me sounds sus for sure. It's so annoying. I don't know, man. Oh, she has a way of guilt-tripping people to get her way. Red asked me to cancel on one of their closest friends, Val, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress, manipulating me into thinking it is okay since she has many connections and she'll be fine anyway, so I wouldn't feel guilty about it or worry too much. It was and is upsetting to me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I planned with Val. Yeah, that's a control freak. Hello? Did you cancel models? I did not. Nano arc delayed to 2026. I'm scared to cancel with Bao. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections. She'll find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? I remember her showing it to us at WeebCon. Yeah, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. Exclusivity and blacklisting other creators. I love this, by the way. That's so good. Oh. In the messages below, they mentioned wanting an exclusivity contract. They didn't want to pay for exclusivity, but rather when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for a commission, they would guarantee me model work for Sinder only. And if anyone asked me for commissions, they'd commission me instead to compensate for not working with other creators. This felt very strange given that one of the accusations they made was overworking their editor, yet their solution to me working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me to keep me from working on other projects. That's super fucking weird. So they wanted exclusivity, but they didn't want to pay the price of the exclusivity. They didn't want to put her on a payroll and pay taxes. That's sus. Messages below show that their primary concern is that the more non-Sinder models I make, the less valuable my existing models become. How would they be less valuable? It's hard to say how much this messed with my mind as an artist that by working with other people, I'm somehow making my existing models less special. Ew. Ew! Ew, 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 ew! Ew! That is gross behavior. Absolutely gross behavior. Sorry, I think the music got gone. Following screenshot is of them setting up the blacklist, saying I am not allowed to work with any new clients or create any new outfits for VTuber 1 specifically, and justifying those things by saying that with each model, my art becomes less unique and special, and therefore Cinder somehow will become less special. So she's worried about how her stuff will look if other people have the same style. What the fuck? The idea that my work as an artist and designer is devalued by working with other people is insane and hurtful. After realizing what taking a deal with them would really mean for both my workload and my mental health, I backed out. I mean, like, if we wanted to have some kind of model exclusivity, what would you need to make that sustainable for you? Maybe you can share one of your ideas and I can check what I think. Okay, so I got some ideas for this, I guess. I was driving, what are you thinking? Okay, so asked help for my friends. They don't know it's you, don't worry. So a monthly fee, calculating my monthly earnings. Also, how long would this be? And if this counts for models I already worked on. Okay, yeah, monthly fees, sure. Like a salary. Well, I think the main things we're looking for are for you not to take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new model outfits with blank again. You'd still be able to work on models outfits with all of your other existing babies and your artwork columns wouldn't be affected. One of our concerns is that more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore. And second is that there's a few people that we just would rather not be able to have a model from you. Maybe not any new babies at all. The reason why I brought this up at all is that there's been a lot of bias with another one of our partners with certain creators. And we'd rather these creators not have what makes Sinder unique, which is your artwork. Just drama. What about we can pay blank for you and you don't have to discount it from the next payment and we'll continue giving you lots of model work. I think 4 this year right now, but you don't work with blank, or blank at all again, models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with blank or blank before. We also have another gamer subs label for you too, the AFK. Is there any way to add a little bit more since blank still asks for art every now and then? We could do it like when blank asks for art, you tell her no and then tell us to buy another art piece. Like, so you still get a job from it. Ew. Ew. Just, ew. Like, I understand the angle, right? I understand. Like, I get the reasoning for all of this. This just seems like super icky business. And like, this is okay in the corporate world. This is not okay in a hobby space, which is basically the VTubing space. It's a hobby space. But I guess it is kind of treading on business since there's a lot of money to be made or not to be made. It's still a yucky. VTuber is corp now. It's just a very yucky. Like, you see this done on, like, corporate levels. You don't really see this with, like, just one person in, like, basically a hobby space, right? This is just yucky. It's just yucky. They also, another example of speaking ill of other creators right after they saw I was working with Shy Lily, trying to once again make the idea of working with other clients seem like I'm setting myself up with problematic people who will do me no good in the long run to get me to reconsider working with them. They also continuously kept asking about my other clients' plans, which for them made the antenna go up and immediately went into slandering Lily. They consistently try to reassure me that despite their best efforts, they just happen to keep trying to bring drama in as reasons for me to go exclusive, and that working only with Sinder is them trying to look out for me. Hey Nano, do you have more plans with Lily besides just the model? Like outfits or merch or anything? Than just the model so far? Okay, her asking you for a model recently just made the antenna go up. She's been acting weird towards Sinder lately, and we don't know if there's something going on. Oh, that's weird. Ever since the After V card launched. Well, what you consider weird. Lately, dipping out of collabs they were both a part of at the last minute, and now ghosting her messages. Cinder's raided her a couple times in the past week, and Lily won't acknowledge Cinder by name. Just like weird petty stuff, I don't know. That's super weird since they both share the same store, lol. Around V-Card's launch, they were talking and collabing, and I don't know what happened, but her asking you for a model after that was just weird. Even though she said she doesn't plan on getting a new model anytime soon. I don't know, I hate that we keep bringing you into drama. Yeah, I thought it was quite early to go for a new model. Blank look a bit menacing, so I don't talk to her. Feels like we're gonna have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Cinder and wants the same model mama. they're name dropping Lily, but like I just don't know. I don't.
Enjoying the tea while I'm stuck driving. Klatschende Hände, helle Hautfarbe.
Yay! Thank you for the 5. We're close to getting that Xbox controller. That way I don't have to freaking deal with drift. Thank you. The idea that they need to stay informed and gauge the competition is extremely upsetting and toxic to me. The competition they're referring to are people I thought they considered friends, who always helped, supported, and platformed Sinder. When I pushed back, the immediate response was blaming the other creators and implying that they initiated it by trying to work with me, and that somehow justified their actions. They imply Lily ignored Sinder when she spent over a minute thanking the raid, which you can see in this clip. Oh, the tea?
Ignore what you just saw. Okay. Ooh! Oh my goodness! Hello! Oh! Hello, Raiders! Hello! I am playing Berserker. It's called The Last Berserker Kazan. We were sponsored, but the game was really fun, so I just kept playing for like a million more hours. Hello, everyone! Hello! The Pyropop raid! Hello, Pyropops! What did you guys do? I am low-key addicted. I usually... Okay, so most people know me for my gacha addiction, but I really like Souls-like games and similar mechanically challenged games. This game feels like a really cool... Oh, Cobblemon. Oh shit, I wanna play Cobblemon too. That's sick. What does raiding mean? Okay, so usually... It's... have you been on Twitch for a while? It used to be hosting. Well, it isn't really hosting. Like, raiding is basically throwing someone's community into someone else's chat. You know? It used to be the host feature back in the days, except when hosting, you kind of were more or less forced offline. But when raiding, you can technically stay online and go back online, but people just use it as the host feature, as the replacement for the host feature that was discontinued. Cobblemon for 7 fucking hours. You know what? That's base as fuck. I get it. Let me just go kill this one. This one is tough. He's so fast.
Okay, she didn't say her name, but she did acknowledge and appreciate. Is it just Sinder and Blank you've been doing continuous model outfits for? We'll have the demon update list plus final arcade reference for you soon as it's finished. I think it is. I have an outfit for Blank planned too. As for Blank, got nothing for now, but she always comes up with something. Do you know who's rigging Lily's model? Gonna be Blank. Thanks, Nano. Sorry for all the questions. Just gotta stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artist. Never a break. Don't worry, just don't stress too much with the side things. It's bad for balding. I'm gonna go bald now. I'll keep you in the loop about anything else going on with that. The balding? No, you fool. Just stupid drama. Gotta stay competitive. Even when we shouldn't have to. Also, your profile picture looks like a guy with a mustache. Don't go too far in the competitiveness. It can get bad. Gotta chill sometimes. Hey, it's not us. We aren't the ones getting a model from the artist of the other GamerSup owner out of the blue and ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. Low self-esteem, Cinder. They're a little insecure. This is insecurity. That's honestly what it is. Like, this all sounds super insecure. Before, I wanted to push back and make clear I was uncomfortable on being dragged into drama, and they responded by bringing up more drama and basic claims, all while trying to guilt trip me. It is ironic and crazy to me that I mentioned not wanting to be dragged into personal issues, only for them to, on multiple occasions, mention other people's alleged drama. Cinder, just wanted to say sorry for stepping back on the exclusivity deal. Wanted to apologize personally to you since I've only talked about that with Red, but I just don't want to be dragged on any personal issues like that. After all, Blank's still a client, and it makes me anxious and kind of destroys my mental to do this kind of deal. Just wanted to let you know I still love working with you and Red, but I'll understand if things doesn't work out because of Blank. I just love my clients, that's all. Cinder, I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push this on you, but it's just really confusing going back and forth about it. I just get compared to her a lot, even still today, and it's like I'm always living in someone's shadow, which is one reason why Red asked about not making any more models for her. Oh. And when you said, I understand if things don't work out, it makes me feel like you're okay with not working with me anymore, which hurts as so much after all this time. I really appreciate you, Nano, and it's your decision who you ultimately work with, but this is how I've been feeling. Wow, she did not hold back there. Ooh. The fucking tears. You can fucking hear the tears behind that message. I don't really see the point of keeping thinking about being compared to Blank. You're so much bigger already. You've done so much more. But I would never give Blank any priority over you. Also, there's not even any model for her being discussed. I just want to sleep clear-minded. Also, I'm fine not doing her models, but at least GamerSup's art stuff would be fine with me. I don't want to be 100% an asshole to her, that's all. It's not me, but other people's opinions of us, and I'm just trying to not get involved in any drama that other people want to talk about comparing us. But I understand where you're coming from, Nano. There's no hard feelings. Sorry about this, my mental's just a bit weak. Yeah, you're kind of being a bitch to poor Nano here, what the hell? Sorry about this, same girl. I'm so sorry for bringing this to you. I want you to get that money. The whole situation is kind of sucky. I want to just get along. I understand if things don't work out. About this, it would be mostly if you hate me for not burning Blank down from my list. I would never hate you. Thank you, and same. I'm just an insecure bitch. I love everything we've done together. Cinder, you should have said same. I love everything we've done together, and I want to keep doing more. People saying dumb shit online just makes me stressed. Justifying their behavior by stating that they are simply looking out for me when none of this has anything to do with me to begin with, and manipulating me into being grateful for earning well thanks to them despite the loss of work from long-time returning clients and new clients. Blake, okay. Cinder wants the artist to be exclusive to her without paying her the proper fees to be exclusive to her. They're just like, so instead of doing things like the correct way to make someone an exclusive artist for you, they try to do it the emotionally manipulative way, and you can only do that so much until they break. People break. Artists break even faster because, you know, they're stressed all the time. Concerning my work and models as a team, another example of going after other clients of mine from before, claiming they have more clients alongside them makes my work less special with the reoccurrence of it's just business. Manipulating me into believing that working with her is special for multiple reasons, and that I risk losing that special something as a client if I prefer to work with others. No acknowledgement of my reasoning and need of working with other clients due to the nature of my work. Solely focus on their issues. I also would like to note again that this screenshot is one of my many occasions that indicate that Red speaks on Cinder's behalf. I was originally concerned with everything going through Red, that it may not have been 100% of Cinder's feelings or wants. I messaged her about it to make sure that he spoke on her behalf and confirmed with both of them this was the case. Hey, so here we go. Hey Cinder, hope you're doing okay. I talked with Red and I believe he talked to you already, and I thought it would be best if I just check her here personally. Actually, I wanted to know better your thoughts because Red tried to talk to me and I think I misunderstood some things. I'm doing good. What's up, Nano? Oh, it's mostly about this. I thought on canceling some models because of it, but then I realized it's not really fair to me. I understand what he means, but at the end of the day, it's just business. Of course we love working with you and want to keep working together. But if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, I know it's for a reason for you to help grow and not because you don't like me. Being one of your very first model babies was so amazing. I was happy to be able to find someone to help with the live 2D cutting to improve your skills. And I think that's a big part of why everyone loved the 1.0 model and then started asking you for them. I can have Red send you a list of our plans for the future and estimated due dates. So just let us know what you actually want to work on. That way I have time to look for someone else if you don't have time for my projects or don't want to do them. It feels special to only have your model art for all my outfits, but just let me know if you don't have time for me to be an exclusive nano art baby anymore. It's no personal reason. I would never do something like this to you or anyone, but yeah, it's important for my job to reach far, and I like working on different projects and people. I never ever said I don't want to work with you anymore. I told Red that even though I have my other works, we'll always have a way to get you a priority spot when possible. You'll always be my special baby. I also think it's important for you to work on projects that you're excited about, so I'll go through my plans with Red and send you our ideas to see if it's possible with your schedule. I know he can be a little pushy sometimes, but it's because he's just doing business for me to grow too. And he absolutely loves your work just as much as I do. It's okay, I'll update you guys ASAP. Sounds good to me. Red tries to make it look like they never meant for it to appear like they wanted me to be exclusive by framing it as something I wanted, while immediately doubling down on the fact that me working with more people makes my work less special and no longer unique. As if every design is just a Sinder clone. Gross. So it's about working with Sinder. My friends told me it's a bit unfair for me to stop other models so I do more for Sinder, which I agree with them. I'm a free artist and I should do whatever I want to do. I don't want to take sides on any drama or situations. I still will always have a way to have open slots for Sinder, but I won't be having her as my only customer. I agree, you're a free artist and you should do what you want. But I was under the impression that taking on more Sinder work is what you wanted to do. I didn't think it was like we were making you do that. Guess we got a misunderstanding on both sides. It's more about this. This. Oh, I see. I mean, what I said is still true about how we feel, but I wasn't saying you had to only do Sinder work from now on. That's with anything though, not just your work. If you have something special and then everyone wants and gets that thing, it makes it less special. I'm sorry you were under the impression we were trying to make you only do work for us. I will keep things more business talk and less emotional, lol. Just let me know how this will affect your schedule so I can tell Sinder after. Sorry for the stress, Nano. Okay. But every single model I do is unique, and I make them special in their way. It's not like I'm selling Sinder to everyone. Please don't feel this way. No, I know. You pour your heart and soul into your models, and they're all incredible. Yeah. It's simply business, people. It's business. It's business. Everyone, get it together. Normalizing their behavior once again by stating that this is simply business to sabotage other VTubers' careers and not work with them and focus on Sinder instead. Oh my god. This is like actual... This is textbook manipulation too. If I say it this way, does this sound like anybody in your life? It's okay, Nano. You're just making a living and making a name for yourself. And I can't blame you for accepting work from other big names in the industry and having very desirable talent. If you end up feeling your model schedule again like it was, let me know. We'll have to replan some things depending on that. Thank you for understanding my side. We all trying to have our names somewhere. Just don't take this personal or anything. I still love working with you guys. And again, I apologize for the trouble on your plan. I'll still revisit my list to see what I got. Business is business. If you want to go through the projects we talked about and let me know which ones you want to do too. Is this about blank model, Nano? Yeah, I want to take it, but I don't want to disrespect Sinder. I just want to do pretty models. No hurt feelings. Business is business. Nano, you are a freelance artist, and Blank is a longtime client, so it makes sense to continue doing work for her. I understand the logistics of it. At the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you. This is the shit that I say when I'm playing simulation games. When I'm purposely being an asshole. Because business is just business. Because I went to business school. Like, I say it ironically. These people are not joking. This is just manipulating an artist to only work for one person without the appropriate compensation. Snaps. Snaps. I really appreciate for understanding my side. I do understand your side too, but sadly it's something between you two, not me. I shouldn't get involved in this fight. I just go art burr. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Right, I know. I just didn't think our other conversation sounded like I was trying to make you not work with her on a model. Like blank specifically. Maybe I just considered the situation too much. My mistake for thinking this way. It's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. Mistakes happen. You bastard! But are we good for real? This feels like a weird breakup. I'm stressing. Me and you are good, but I still have to tell all this to Cinder. It'll be fine, don't worry. I think she's still sleeping. He was in the wrong. What? Are we in crazy land? He's in the wrong? And yet Nano has to apologize for it? What? We're actually in a fucking wonderland. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's actually so crazy. It's so crazy how good he was at doing that too. Like that was so smooth. That was so smooth, like accepting an apology, even though she never needed to apologize at all. That's insane levels, dude. This guy, don't talk to him because he will manipulate you out of your house and home. Damage control, making sure none of this reaches the other VTubers and is all kept hush hush, while also providing proof that they know what they do is ill-intended and should not get out, as it would cause issues for Cinder's career to be painted in this light. Note that the uncalled shot at VTuber 1 is even spoilered, a hidden message in Discord, so it wouldn't accidentally be leaked. They'd rather twist words instead of just owning up and saying you messed up. So toxic. Yeah. I try to be transparent as much as possible. I think it's more fair for both sides this way. You didn't tell Blank you canceled because of Cinder, did you? No. I told all of them it was health issues. I would never blame anyone besides Blank. Lol. We never want to make you feel like we're making you or forcing you to not work on something. Especially if it's something you don't want to do. And our conversation the other day wasn't meant to convince you of only doing Cinder work. I think it was though. I think it was. Sweetheart, it definitely was. Again, sorry that it sounded to you like I was telling you to only do Cinder work. I'll message you later. Well, let's see if Blank wants a nano model or not, and hope Blank finds someone else. The constant obsession with VTuber 1 and claiming that she is asking for it by causing this unspoken competition, which is coming from absolutely no other source than Cinder herself. I think it's more like wanting her to recognize Cinder, even though it literally doesn't matter. Cinder was a huge VTuber. What competition is she so scared of? I feel, but I also understand her point of view. A new VTuber who people say looks, sounds, and acts like you becomes just as successful as you in a year. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like she's endorsing her copy, or like I've seen some people say, her replacement. They share a lot of the same audience too. Like at the end of the day, it isn't about how much. Are they talking about spite? I've heard some people talking. Isn't spite also spite? VTuber. A Cerberus VTuber. Why does Spike kind of look like Cinder's model? It actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of, The only difference between Spite... They look like they're the same. Do they not? I mean, she's cute. I'm not gonna lie. Spite's kind of cuter. Like, Cinder, yeah, she's cool, right? Okay. Imagine a gacha game, right? Cinder would be like one of like the original SSRs. Spite is like the new SSR that everybody's spending their money on. Maybe that's bad. Maybe that's what maybe that's what they were afraid of this entire time. Or maybe I just have a preference to blue things. You know. You know. Like, at the end of the day, it isn't about how much we make compared to her. We just want her to recognize, hey, Cinder's a big VTuber too. She got there on her own merits, just like you did. Get along. And the marketing potential and money they could make if they teamed up. I just know anything we do, she's watching and will take from or try to outdo. OMG, you know the spinning figure we have on stream? Blank figure was announced on Wednesday. No spinning figure. Cinder debuted Saturday. Everyone hears about it. Figure announced. Spinning figure on screen with figure right next to it. Stream yesterday, first stream since Cinder debut. Guess what? Spinning figure with figure next to it. Then like a month later, unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Cinder's ideas, like the flames. And now she's basically rebranded to more of a fire Cerberus, using fire emojis all the time. Shake my head. Never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself a hellhound, but stopped when Cinder grew past her, and now uses Cerberus, or a Cerber pup, or whatever her lore says she is. I don't know. So they are talking about Spite. The unfollow is weird. That shit happens, bro. That shit happens. Like, nobody's gonna, like, who honestly takes an offense to being unfollowed on Twitch? Or unfollowed on Twitter? I do take offense if you unfollow me on Twitch. I will hunt you down, okay? I don't care where the fuck you live. I don't care if you're down under where Arma lives, alright? I'll find you. I will tie you down to a cactus and interrogate you. Why'd you unfollow me? Do you not like the fish? Do you think I'm stinky? Why you unfollow? Unfollow to offend you. Man! How you doing, Topers? Dude, I still have this like really bad pain in my neck. It's awful. Oh, that hurts. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so it's like they were also unprovoked tweets from her, like, I didn't copy anyone else for my design is all me, this is who I am. Like, huh? Who are you saying that to? Oh, lol, on random Cinder clips on YouTube. There was one dedicated blank fan, or someone she knew, I don't know, that would comment on these clips, saying like, when are you going to clip blank? Only on Cinder clips. B needs your neck like a stress ball. Dude, it really hurts. Oh my gosh, it hurts. I like to highlight the irony. Oh, we're at the end. We're at the end of the document. There. Now the previous pain doesn't seem so bad by comparison. I like to highlight the irony of expecting to be entitled to recognition for her own efforts and size when her own active efforts are tied to sabotaging this very same VTuber. Also feeling entitled and insisting to be recognized by someone else is odd. Thanks for taking the time to... Okay, can we all agree? We know exactly who they're talking about. Can we all agree? We know exactly. Okay? Exactly. Okay, we know. Anyways. I was very hurt by someone I thought was a friend. This sucks and I'm sorry. Even Waifu Baby? Even Waifu Baby came out? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, anyways, let's read this document now. Okay, how long is this document? This document is... Got it. Okay, this is only 7 pages, so it's not as long. It's not as long. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I will need to hydrate. Okay. Hello, this is Bao. I will only speak to what Nanolist has decided to share with the public, and the messages that directly mention me by name. I would like to kindly ask everyone to refrain from turning this into a witch hunt, and remember that we are still just humans at the end of the day. Before I start, I want to point out why I'm addressing both Cinder and Redacted, Red, despite the messages being largely from Redacted. Many times throughout the messages, the words we, we're, our occur numerous times. As someone who was close to and worked with Cinder for years, I have first-hand experience on how Cinder and Red collaborate and the extent to which Red operates as her primary point of contact in her professional and personal projects. It is that experience that leads me to believe that all requested messages sent by Red were both known about and approved of by Cinder. In March 2024, I announced that one of my subathon goals was a live 2D model. Oh, that's cute. Nanolist was going to be the live 2D illustrator. After she finished both the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad as I had not only teased a screenshot of the model sketch on Twitter, but I had grown very attached to the design. Let me see. I want to see... Wait, is that the tease on Twitter? Oh, was this the teaser? Oh, that's actually really cute. And looks way different than the Cinder and Spite. What the hell? I was very sad as I know, but I had grown very attached to the design and showed it to all my friends. In a private group chat that Cinder was a part of, I shared how devastated I was, and she did not comment or say anything despite others in the group chat comforting and reassuring me. You mean like all those YouTube videos and music videos that she also did not comment on? Fake. She's fake. Fake friend. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. She took that slogan to the literal extent. Literal. I now realize that the reason for her silence is because Cinder and Redacted were deliberately sabotaging ongoing commissions and blocking VTubers such as myself from having access to art from Nanolist. Okay, we already read all this, right? So we already read all this. Nanolist asked Redacted on why he is encouraging her to not finish my model. Redacted then lists my name amongst various VTubers as well as the vendetta Cinder and Redacted harbor against each. Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor. We saw what happened. This is what Redacted lists as reasons why Nanolist should cancel her ongoing live 2D commission with me, all the while continuing to collaborate with me and pretending to be my friend. This is not what friends do. Friends do not sabotage other friends out of business opportunities. Friends do not spread lies to fuel selfish narratives. Friends do not use the private information they get from the privilege of being close friends just to use it to manipulate others. If stepping on your friends and abusing your power and connections is how you get to the top, then I hope you realize no one will be left when you get there. Maybe she's fine with that. More screenshots of them urging Nanolist to cancel the ongoing Live 2D commission with me, even mentioning how excited I was about it when I showed them. What? Wait, she says that? More screenshots of them urging Nanolist to cancel. Okay, I didn't see, this was not shown in the previous one. Don't sell yourself short. I think she'd be fine with taking the design and finding someone else. I wouldn't offer it for free, maybe half price if she starts shit. Lol. Yeah, you're right. I'll talk to her today. We'll also close the model inquiry today. Opening that was a mistake. I don't know what I've ever done to either Redacted or Sinder to deserve this level of vitriol towards me. I don't remember having any issue or any problem that couldn't have been solved by talking. Regardless, the messages were Sinder and Redacted openly accused me of stealing their YouTube editor, Boss Rush, music video animator, as well as any artists I have worked with. I can't. I had to zoom in a little bit. Why is he named Redacted? I think that's just what he goes by. Hi Kaiser, nice to meet you. I was just watching your stream highlight from me and Cinder's collab, and I really loved your editing style and humor. I was curious if I could request a video edit from you every now and then, if you have any availability. My username is Bao on Discord if you want to chit chat more there. Thanks again. Hi Bao, I'd love to edit a video for you. I just sent a friend request on Discord. Their YouTube editor, Kaiser, is a mutual YouTube channel editor for myself and Sinder. My channel manager, Jun, and I asked Kaiser for one stream highlight per month, as we are aware of his extensive position as Cinder's channel manager. I made a point to note this is my inquiry email to 2023. On March 20th, I started a group Discord call that lasted 5 hours to hang out with my editors. And this group call, Kaiser shared with us that he was afraid to ask Sinder for a raise because he initially turned down an exclusivity deal. As a friend to both Sinder and Kaiser, I encouraged him to take the deal and reassured him that it would not change our friendship, as I would never want someone I care about to miss an opportunity, even if it meant I would lose him as an editor. The other editors who were in the call can corroborate this. I'm sharing this context because there are no words to describe the hurt and betrayal I feel now knowing that on the other side of this conversation, Sinder and Redacted were actively portraying me as a thief and a detriment to their business. I've only ever supported them in their activities and never once thought that I had somehow gotten on their nerves. Bao had original songs last year that had music that had MVs by her editor, and the songs flopped. I'm in shock and disbelief that this is the narrative they decided I deserved. Saying that I harbored an invisible jealousy because my songs flopped made me feel sick to my stomach. In late 2024, I was dealing with debilitating TMJ pain that resulted in me having to drain fluid from my jaw joint to open my mouth properly. They both knew this. I've always wanted my friends to succeed alongside me, and I don't know how they could say these things while simultaneously weaponizing my most vulnerable moments against me. We're 99% sure she told him, Sacramore, not to do any more with us, Boss Rush music videos. We read all this. Wait, what? There's some context on since we know how Bao was behind the scenes, but basically we don't have an MV. Okay, that's super weird. This literally reads like a hostage note. In these messages, Sinder and Redacted are referring to my animator Sacramore, whom I have been working with since 2023. Proof of how long we've worked together. August 2023. In 2024, Sac asked me if he could go completely exclusive for me and work for me in-house with no credit in order for him to be able to quietly work on his personal projects and brand without having VTubers ask him for more commission work. I was happy to accept. I want to reiterate that this was Sac's decision and no one else's. Here is proof of Sac mentioning his wishes to me to be my in-house animator directly to my channel manager, Jun, back in December 2024, refuting Redacted's claims that I locked him up due to Boss Rush's success. Yo, is it fine if going forward I don't be credited in video descriptions? Okay, Beppis. Thank you. I'd rather just be more an in-house type of thing for Bao after this blank thing is done. It's the last commission I ever do for anyone besides Bao. I want to make a name for myself through my own content and not really my work for others next year. Ah. Why aren't you solving this privately? Well, because If you look at the timeline of events from Nano's document, some of those messages date back years. I found out about this less than 48 hours ago, and they did not give me common courtesy of talking to me privately about this over those years. My thoughts, feelings, my most vulnerable, darkest moments that I have shared in confidence with people I thought would be by my side for years and years from now, may have been used as information to ruin my chances to have the same VTuber model as someone I thought was my friend, and I don't know how I can ever be the same after this. I would like to ask the community to refrain from spreading any harmful speculation. Everything shared in this document was done so with the express permission of those who shared it with me. I made this document with the intent to refute the claims made about me and the screenshots. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Wow, that's just, wow. Honestly, it's just fucking terrible. Alright. Ooh, now we get into the cottontail. There's so many people got fucked over by this, for real. This made my stomach drop to read. It makes me very sad to have things come out like this. Sending Nano and Bao so much love. What about we can pay Komori for you? And you don't have to discount it from the next payment, and we'll continue blah blah. You don't work with Bao, Cotton, or Blank at all again. Models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with Bao or Cotton before. Oh, so those names that were blanked out before? Oh, Cotton. Those were Cotton. Wow. Wow. Wait, okay, so this is his document? Wait, how many, it's, okay, it's 8 pages, we got this. So this is going to be very unorganized, but I'll try and keep this brief since I don't really think that they, Red specifically, deserve any more of my attention after hearing what they said about me, and also how working with them was. First off, to address this, I asked Bao to go anonymous and in-house because I have been wanting to focus on my own projects for 2025. Since I had spent pretty much all of 2023, 2024 doing videos for others and was having a lot of companies reach out asking me to work with them for them, and I'm not good at saying no to work opportunities. Since in general, being just an editor is not a long-term sustaining thing in most scenarios, hence why a large majority either turn to becoming managers or their own content creators with their own platforms. So I just wanted to be left alone this year to work on other things than just editing for other people, which is why I want to be separated from my commissioned work, since I do not like the idea of just being labeled an editor. Ooh, when me and Sinder initially discussed working on the music video project at TwitchCon, everything was fine and friendly. However, the part that is stated as practically jumped through hoops is, well, a bit of an overstatement to say the least, since they had asked me a significant amount of times trying to get me to work with them after I told them no multiple times. And I only said yes because they offered double pay. Oh. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, see, this is the drama I love. This is the drama we love, ladies and gentlemen. You said, This is like high school. This is like high school cafeteria drama right here. Like, oh, but she said this and did that and did that. And it's like, oh, really? That's what she said, huh? Well, I think I remember exclusively that she said this to make me do this. You wouldn't happen to be available for a music video in a week or two, would you? Ooh, I'm completely full every day this month, and the earliest I can do is November 9th. Just checking, thank you. No problem, I'm just down for one after that date though. Sorry to bother, but do you all know the exact release date? Since I could try working on something out to fit it in if y'all want. By the 22nd-ish. Okay, is it alright if I let y'all know in 2-3 days? This month is a dummy busy with what? Hey Red, thanks for waiting. So, been trying to figure out if there's any feasible way I could slide Cinder into my schedule this month, but between moving in my new apartment this week and the Halloween album, 7 music videos, I think November 9th is the very earliest I can start. I'm very sorry, but if there are any projects after that date y'all would like me to do, I can lock y'all into my calendar 100%. Again, very sorry for any inconvenience. How long does it usually take for you to edit a music video? Depends on the complexity and length. So optimal would be a little over a week, 2, I guess, for rush. How would you feel? Oh, here we go. Am I the only one who finds it exhausting to keep up with stuff like this? Yes. So when we do keep up with stuff, we do it for like the big things, right? When there's a lot of documents, like just a lot. How would you feel about me giving you everything for the music video now, work on it in between your other projects, and have it to me by the end of October? I really would love to be able to squeeze y'all in, and absolutely would if I could, but I genuinely don't have any days free until November 9th at the earliest. This month and start of November is literally just an ass beating for my schedule. When was it you were free again? Things have been pushed back a lot. November 9th. It's my last music video for Bow. Until like first week of December, I think. When is Cinder's coming out now? When it's ready, lol. To be honest, I'll probably start on it a day or two after I wrap up the Bow's music video in that case. That song has a lot of typography. Is that something you're good with? Can I hear it? If not, no worries, just so I can get an idea. Yeah, is it English or Japanese? English. Lots of anime text with different fonts. But yeah, that's fine. Is it just one still image she is using for artwork? No. I can send you more details in a week or 2. Are you available? All good. I'm still 100% down to do it. Oh yeah, that'd be... Like I said, I'm still super down to do it and really hope to be able to work with Cinder on the video, but my schedule is always super packed. What if we pay you double? Oh, so he kept saying like, yeah, I totally am wanting to do this. I just don't have the time. I literally don't have the time. Okay. Also, I'm not sure what they're on about with Bao not knowing about me working with them. Since I asked Bao with Cinder and Red standing right next to me at TwitchCon if it was fine, since I had agreed to do all the Halloween album, but probably missed one of the songs, and she had no problems with it at all. Also, the stream was pushed back for the reason of the video wasn't done yet. Song was going up at 2 p.m. if I remember. However, this part really got under my skin due to the fact that it's just straight up not true. And if something goes wrong in the video production line, no matter who's at fault, the blame will fall to the editor, animator pretty much every time. I'm still not sure why stream was pushed back. So it felt as if I was getting passive-aggressively blamed publicly on stream in front of thousands for the lateness really upset me, since the video was not late, even under a very tight deadline, where I did not even receive all the artwork until the 18th, the first full master until the 19th, and was then asked to also make a teaser version as well as an ad for the end of the video for their merch on the 21st, which I was not informed of at all prior to planning. I also had skipped going home for Thanksgiving after having a family member pass to get this video done and rushed the hell out of it. Entire video was done from scratch in a little under 2 weeks since there was quite a few both visual and audio assets I did not have at the time that even remotely resembled what the final product would sound like. So I felt this was an attack on my work ethic, which is something I take quite a lot of pride in. You know what? When we listened to that song, and I was like, this sort of sounds really meh, but the video was good. Dude, this guy's work is amazing. If he had to do that, like, in a fucking squeeze-tight schedule. Meanwhile, you have, like, these piss-poor underperformers. Like, dude, he actually carried that video. Like, straight up, he carried it. I did not receive the merch assets until the 27th as well, either. You did nuts. Everyone loves it. Thank you so much for grinding this out, Sack. The fans are gonna go crazy for this song, I swear to God. If there's time to make any edits to it, I don't know how long this would take to render them. During the choruses, the shot of the girls can be zoomed out a little more to show more of them all. Vienna's verse is very gray, black, and white and should have a more blue tone overall. At the end, 322, Tricky has pink eyes instead of yellow. This is the most important one, I think. They all agree that they they gray desaturated filters on the artwork should be greatly toned down or removed from the parts where it's shown, especially during the courses, so a lot more of the original artwork's colors come through. Oh, also, do you have a trailer? Vienna just had the idea today of 3 small trailers of a small part of each of their verses too, but if there's no time for that, it's okay. He had family. Wait, he missed Thanksgiving, and there was a passing in the family, and he still did that amazing. Like, if you hold on a second. If you take out the sound, this video looks fucking great. This is why you should never get involved with narcissists. True! Is she a narcissist? I feel like she's just really insecure. Like, this is just so much insecurity. There's probably, like, she's already so big. She's up there, right? Like, you put her design up, or you put her picture up anywhere, even if it's like scuff, like, people recognize who it is immediately. I don't get it. I skip Thanksgiving all the time. What's wrong with that? Bad work ethic. Arma, do you even celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia? Is that a thing you guys even celebrate? Yeah, I'd rather assume insecurity from damage over someone being evil and narcissistic. Nope. Yeah, exactly, Arma. Shut the hell up. It's like Arma just fucking sneezed out of nowhere, and instead of like going through the 2 steps prior to telling you to shut the hell up, I could just go straight to step 3. Shut up. Dude, I guess, yeah, narcissism, insecurity. This just feels really insecure. Even with revisions and all the extra trailers, the video was completed and delivered on time, with enough time for YouTube to process the 4K version. There's probably more that I should clarify since I'm aware this is unbelievably poorly organized, but I'm very tired and I don't feel like giving any more energy to these people. If there's anybody who has questions for me, just send me a DM. No, I think you explained that pretty fucking well, to be honest. Dude, that's just crazy, though. That's actually insane, bro. Oh yeah, Cinder used to be a, also, so what you're saying is there is room for a new Hellhound? Rebranding coming? True. New Hellhounds pop up. New service VTuber named Spot the Snake. When? So instead of Cinder, what's another one? Oh, we have a Hellhound, and her name is going to be Spyra. Based off of the name that I gave one of my female snakes in my game. Her name's Spyra. Serbazian incoming! Ayo! Dude, that would be such a funny trend from all of this happening. That would be such a funny trend if we all just put on, like, Hellhound costumes. Like, just really scuff Hellhound costumes. That would be so amazing. That would be so funny. That's so mean, but so funny at the same time. Hello, I am Bao's channel manager, and yes, I was there in the call with Kaiser, Bao, and Sak, and Bao encouraged Kaiser to take the Reese. It was definitely something she thought would be best for him. Bao supported any opportunity or anything that Kaiser would choose to go. This is in reference on the document that Bao provided. Please do read. What the fuck is the... What is up with this? Why do you even feel the need to type that. Don't ask, don't care, deal with your drama in private. You obviously did care because you commented on this, you fucking dumbass. This hurts so much. Oh yeah, I saw somebody like had like a merch like shelf of Cinder. What are they gonna do now with it? Oh, Van Peaches. As someone who has questioned their worth in this space the last 2 years because of the same person, this line hit very hard. It's difficult to know what to do when someone you thought was your friend, who you are VIP in their Twitch chat, who you offer to help and comfort to, one day just acts like you don't exist anymore. You tell yourself you must have done something seriously wrong for a friend to treat you like that. Reading the documents that are coming out today are heartbreaking. My heart really goes out to Nano, Bao, and anyone else who has been affected. Although my experience is not as egregious, I still want to have my voice heard since it has affected me a lot the last 2 years. I knew Cinder 5 years ago when she was Tashi, and stood by her like a true friend, even when she was being dragged by the ASMR community for misuse of other people's scripts. I supported her VTubing journey. I did everything I could to be a good friend to her. Then after meeting her at Paris TwitchCon, things seemed to change. I felt discarded. I felt like I must have done something wrong for her to ghost me all of a sudden. It's been painful to see someone you thought was your friend constantly on your timeline, to be asked by your community who knew you were a good friend if you're ever going to collab. I kept asking myself what I'd done so wrong for her to just drop me like I meant nothing. But I guess now I know it wasn't me. I was just one of the first to be stepped on, and in hindsight, maybe it was a blessing that I was left behind. I don't write this for sympathy, nor do I want it. I just want my community to know where I stand on this matter, since it is assumed that we are friends. Once again, my heart goes out to those who have been hurt. That is so fucking sad, really though. That is actually so fucking sad. And then I remember playing Phasmophobia with you and hearing Red chat away next to you before your first debut like 4 years ago. You told me he was your boyfriend. Then before we met for TwitchCon, you switched up and just said, just so you know, my manager is coming up with me on this trip, as if I didn't know who he was. It's even ickier to read this tweet knowing he is your significant other, and that you're probably going to try and avoid taking responsibility for hurting people who trusted you as friends by nuking the Red side of this duo. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, and I forgot there was more. There's so many more. There's more. There's so much more. Oh my gosh, there's so much more. Toby clapping like an excited toddler? Dude! Because I'm not... Okay, I'm not involved with the drama, so it's like morbidly fun to read about the drama. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's read this. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. How many pages is this? Oh, it's only 4. Okay, so not too bad. Anyways, hello, thank you for taking the time to read this document. The events described... I'm just here to hear your voice. Aww, thank you. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to read this document. The events described in it happened about 4 to 5 years ago, before the first Cinder debut. I understand there will doubtless be accusations of me clout chasing by revealing them. However, I want to corroborate Nanolith's assertion that she is not who she appears to be on the surface, and confirm that no matter how much damage control she does, she is just as responsible as Redacted. The beginning. Cinder and I met while she was still running her Tashi MP3 YouTube channel. which is why all the following screenshots will show her as Tashi rather than Cinder. And that will come up later. At the time, she was only just starting her account, and I already had my own ASMR RP channel with 8K subscribers. And as a bigger channel than her, she couldn't wait to work with someone as talented as me. You'll get there. It's still hard for me to believe that someone so talented likes my voice enough to want to work together. We never ended up actually making any content together, but that didn't stop us from talking pretty much every day at the time. And eventually she found a new way to make me useful. Oh dear. Pretty much immediately, she was flirting with me, despite, as you can see here, having a boyfriend, and both of us knowing she had a boyfriend, including regularly talking shit about him to me, while telling me how great it would be were I to replace him. I understand that I'm no angel in this myself. Oh, is this the cheating? Is this the cheating? Oh, this is the cheating allegations. Ooh. Okay. I gotta act this out. Besides, you said it's hard when your boyfriend is far, far away. I'm not your boyfriend, am I?
No, but how nice would that be? You're perfect boyfriend material!
Oh, no. Oh, so you want to go at it behind his back. How sneaky.
Hi, honey. I've been talking to this guy about how badly I want him to fuck me since you wanted to buy a fleshlight instead of giving me any attention when I'm needy.
Fucking oof, dude. Literally, why would you even need a fleshlight when you have a girlfriend?
He sent me a screenshot a couple weeks ago telling me he was getting one and had the nerve to use it in front of me to show me how great it was. Wow, yeah, must be great.
Yo, what the fuck? That's like me inviting you to a chatterbait room so you can watch me fuck someone else, and all the way that I said I wanted to fuck you.
Isn't that great? Oh.
I don't know what this face is. I'm very slowly not feeling as bad for him about all this. Cause it did honestly leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth that all this was happening while you were taking. But then, yeah, that's a bit, Did you tell him that was fucked and hurtful to you?
He asked me if I was okay with it, and after I explained how I felt, he told me it was too late to do anything about it because it shipped and he kept it.
I mean, that is true. Once you buy a sex toy, it's just like you can't really return it. There's no possible way to return it. I mean, far be it from me to give you advice. It's your relationship, and the only ones who can decide what is and isn't okay in it is you two. But that just sounds really sketchy to me. Also, why did he ask if you were okay with it after he bought it? Well, all I'm gonna say on this is, two wrongs don't make a right. As much as I enjoy the sexting, it's really not right if you still want to be with him. I would either try to reconcile with him and get what you need out of the relationship and step back from me a little bit, or maybe consider taking a break. And I know that last part sounds fucked coming from me, but I swear on my life, I'm not being scummy about it. That's really my opinion. You know, he actually sounds so reasonable here. Like, I know I'm making like a weird voice for him, but he actually sounds super reasonable. I've just been really stressed about everything, and talking to you makes me feel so much better. I don't want to lose what we have, but I'm such an awful person, I don't deserve it anyway. Oh, the manipulation. I don't believe you're an awful person. I believe that you're stressed, you're emotional, and you're looking for something to make it better, which happened to be me when he wasn't helping. Listen, take a break from what we have, just for a little bit, and see if you can get something out of him first. You can't really have both of us. Plus, it wouldn't be very fulfilling for me to just be the other guy in the scenario and not get the full relationship experience myself. You can do it, sweetie. I believe you can, truly. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm not saying to stop talking to me completely. I'll still be right here to support you, whichever decision you end up making. I love you so much. I don't know how to thank you. Okay, okay. Despite what was evidently nothing serious for her and just a means of keeping herself occupied, she felt the need to keep stringing me along with proclamations of real love. Which again, I was silly to have believed in the first place. But still, regardless, I'm always going to love you. Ew. Just, ew. She was stringing him along. She's literally stringing him along so that she feels something. Like she loves the attention, so she just keeps saying these things to keep him, like, coming back. For obvious reasons, I won't share any of the explicit sexting, not just because of the NSFW nature of it, but also I just don't think it helps. However, note that this all went on for several months and included more than just text, as both the date and the contents of the following screenshot proves. I mean, it looked like something was going on down there either way. It's called fingering, dear. Oh. One reason I felt it important to share these details in particular is because I never found out if Red got told about what happened, especially not in full lucidity. The primary reason I've held on to all this for so long was an itching feeling that Red never fully knew, and it always felt like it would be unnecessary drama, so I left it alone. But now it seems as good a time as any! Red, if you're reading this, I'm sorry for all that happened back then. I really am. But given the actions you two have taken together regarding other VTubers, I still think you're perfect for each other regardless. True! It's like, you know what? I feel bad for what I did. You two deserve each other. Truly. Truly you do. The end. After Sinder got done using me for fleeting sexual gratification, our conversation slowed down. Exacerbated by the Sinder character coming into fruition and finding immediate success. I stopped making content for a decent length of time by then, and thus she no longer felt she could ladder climb from me. What? Hey, what was your exam for? I haven't been on this Discord account super often, so I missed a bit. She made a new group chat without me. I kid, but yeah, they were the entrance exams for the uni college. Nice, congrats on passing them. I've just been on the VTuber side of things, working with commissions and whatnot. What? And Sinder doesn't want to be my friend? Only Tashi does? It's just easier not having multiple ongoing conversations. Until eventually she stopped using that account altogether and committed fully to Sinder, and I never heard from her again. Something I was uncannily aware would happen even back then. I'll message you at this time in 2022 and you won't even remember who I am. I never forget you. And that's pretty much it. This isn't meant to be a witch hunt. We all make mistakes, including me, as I've shown in the same document. But it felt like a good time to get off my chest things that I've been on it for half a decade. And I'm just gonna throw this one in the end because it's kind of funny for me to see in retrospect. Okay, thanks for reading. Don't forget about me when you become a big popular YouTuber. Wow. Okay, that is actually hilarious that she adds that at the as she says that. Imagine. I mean, it is true. At the end of the day, you still cheated. Or she still cheated with you. And you knew she was cheating. And you still, like, egged it on. You kept it going.
Police! Is that fucking Fish Jenga? No!
Okay, hold on. Are you ready for this? Blast 2. Blast 2. Spite? I can't keep up with all these docs. Holy hell, Cinder is absolutely wild. I knew it was about... I freaking knew it. I knew it was about spite. I knew it. Dude, bro, I knew it, by the way. I freaking knew it. All along, I knew it. I want to start by saying please do not send any hate to anyone involved in this. First and foremost, my love and admiration goes out to Nanolis for having the courage to bring this to light. Starting to think Toby knew it. I freaking knew it! Dude, when we read the first doc, I was like, in my head I'm thinking like, are they talking about spite? Because their art kind of looks similar, right? Like, they kind of look similar. I want to take the time to address, artists are the backbone of our community. I want to take the time to address what has been brought to light involving myself and what I've experienced over the years that coincide with these events. In the screenshot, the VTuber that is being talked about is very clearly me. Since the beginning of my VTuber journey, it has been written in my backstory and lore that I'm the daughter of Cerberus, and through an unforeseen summoning mishap, the Greek goddess Hecate, as many may know, Cerberus is a species of hellhound, and I've always incorporated the number 3 in my designs to follow the 3 heads of Cerberus, my early design. And when artists were still learning new model reading techniques, I had opted for 2 other wolf heads on my shoulders as pauldrons to symbolically represent my other 2 heads. However, the repeated comments of, if you're a Cerberus, where are your other 2 heads, had pushed me to use the broader term hellhound at the time. Fast forward a month to a year into my journey, and I started to receive harassment and berating comments and chat messages on Twitch and YouTube videos, comparing me to Sinder and putting me down for being a hellhound. Making the definitive switch to the Cerberus label brought me a sense of relief, because the last thing I wanted was to be constantly compared or harassed at this point. I didn't want to be associated with her due to all the negativity that was being thrown my way. I knew this was about Cinder. I knew this was about Cinder. As for the claims of unfollowing her and taking her ideas, I debuted my 2.0 live 2D model May 14th, 2022. And on that same day, she decided to post her debut announcement for her 1.0 live 2D model. Leading up to this time, I didn't know who Cinder was at all. I had no idea she had fire in her ears, or she was another hellhound. The creator space is broad, and I still stumble across creators larger than myself that I had not heard of before. I never once stole her ideas. All I ever want is to try to be unique in my own way, so these claims that I was following her and then unfollowing and stealing her ideas are absolutely baseless and uncalled for. Her posting her debut announcement trailer the same day as my 2.0 seemed off, but I shrugged it off as a coincidence because things happen. However, this wasn't the last time something like this had happened. There have been multiple times where I have done something and either the same day or shortly after I was made aware of or had discovered later something similar had been posted, making me feel like I was being watched constantly. I tried my best to believe that it was coincidental and not ill intent on their part. There were many times when I designed a new outfit that I was really excited for, but afterwards Cinder would release outfits or models with similarities to it. I didn't think much of it at first, because it is normal to have similarities or shared inspirations with other creators. The VTubing community is a huge space, and the similarities are normal. I'm not speaking to whether my designs were taken as direct references of hers. I'm addressing the need for the unprovoked tweets mentioned in the screenshot above, showing that I made the statements to make it clear that I was not stealing ideas. How can I copy something that was released, teased, revealed after my own? True, though. On July 20th, 2022, Maui Live, my model mama, and I worked on a comfy goth girl outfit. I had rips in my t-shirt, a G-string, shorts, and spiked wrist cuffs. 2 weeks after, Cinder debuted a similar outfit. I included the earliest image that I could find of Cinder with this outfit. I received many negative comments about my design from people assuming that I copied her when I debuted it 2 weeks before hers. I got called off-brand Cinder and just a bunch of horrible things. Wait, that's actually so crazy. That's actually so crazy. I discovered this merchandise that she used for Uwu Market and had to do a double take because of the gray-blue skin tone used in the art. Several people thought it was mean, and the similarities for this speak for themselves, I feel. On April 29, 2024, I designed a Greek goddess outfit on stream. I am a Cerberus VTuber, so it fits my lore completely. I mentioned that I may or may not get a future Greek goddess outfit because it fits my branding. About 4 months ago, Sinder debuted a Heaven Okami inspired outfit that was white and gold, resembling a Greek goddess. In the background for debut, she also included Greek columns. At this point, I felt like nothing I could come up with would be even slightly original to me. I'm aware that nothing is completely original, but I still wanted my own identity. On April 20th, 2024, I debuted a new model from my model mama, REVT. I got a hoodie with a cute design on top, and I had side bangs covering my eyes. On April 4th, 2025, Cinder debuted a sports hoodie with side bangs covering her eyes similar to mine. I mean, she could have been inspired, right? Inspired. There are some instances that I do not have screenshots of. For example, I remember posting about my first ASMR stream. That day I was supposed to do a said stream. Cinder plugged her ASMR channel. I thought it was a bit suspect, but brushed it off. I don't have screenshots of the comments and bullying that I received from her community. There were too many that it became too much to keep track of, and just started ignoring them, because I never wanted to save images of their words that hurt me. I didn't even want to read the harassing comments in the first place. I just wanted to be left alone and be happy in my own space. Ooh! I received a DM on January 25th, 2023. I will not disclose who the Cinder was without their consent. The Cinder expressed to me that they were getting bullied by Cinder and certain members of Cinder's community, because she too had fire in her ears. I never responded to the DM, because I wanted to stay away from drama as much as possible. Hey, you popped in my feed and I can just say I love your design. I had a rather odd question, I suppose. Have you had any messages from the VTuber Cinder regarding your design? This may seem out of nowhere, but I am only asking because I had made an OC like a while back, and I was accused by her and others of stealing her design because my dog girl had flames in the ears, and her fans claimed that was exclusive to her design. It was this whole big ordeal on Twitter, so I wonder if anything similar happened to you yet. I would like to clarify, I myself am not saying your design looks like hers. I was scrolling, saw your totally awesome design. When I saw the flames near in the ears, I had flashbacks and thought to myself, oh no, so I guess this is just my curiosity getting the best of me. I'm just very saddened and disappointed in this situation. I had my suspicions about this, but I've never wanted to be a part of drama, so I've kept quiet. I've also seen what happens when a creator stands up for themselves and receives major backlash, even if they're in the right, so I've never vocalized my concerns. I've always designed my own models. I've gotten inspiration from Cerberus, with the chains and spikes, Disney's Hades. Because I call myself Goth GF, I was inspired by Sam and Ember from Danny Phantom, plus many other of our goth crushes that we've had growing up. I just focused on myself and my friends. Meanwhile, I had eyes on me the whole time. Knowing that I was being watched and talked poorly about really hurts, especially when they never attempted to interact with me. I did my best to go through and find what I could and to get appropriate screenshots. It's crazy because I didn't know who Cinder was until she debuted her Live 2D. I just wanted to exist peacefully as a VTuber and spend my time drama-free. I woke up this morning in shock. It's terrifying and hurtful to know that someone could attempt to blacklist me when I've never even spoken to them. I hope going forward that no one else has to experience anything like this. Thank you guys for being supportive towards me. I love this community so much. Please go and give love and support to all those who have unfortunately been involved in the situation. Please support an analyst who was brave enough to speak. Please support my first model mama, the wonderful Maui Live, and also my most recent model mama, the wholesome REVT. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I fucking knew I knew she was talking about her. And now, this is the last one. Ooh. Ooh. How long is this one? This one's 15 pages. Okay, this is the home stretch, everyone. Home stretch. I shouldn't have to say this, but me putting out the statement is not a call for or an excuse for anyone to turn the situation into a witch hunt. Blah, 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 blah. It's not a witch hunt. What's this about hoe stretching? I mean, like, if we wanted to have some kind of model exclusivity, what would it blah 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 blah. So this was, oh my gosh. This was, okay, you know from Nanolist's thing, how everything was redacted, like, all the names were, like, redacted? Ooh, are they coming out now? Well, I think the main thing we're looking for, you know, to take on any brand new model clients and not to make any new models outfits with Silver Veil again. Just don't work with silver again. You don't work with bow, cotton, or silver at all. Don't done anything with bow or cotton before. We could do it like when Silver asks for art, you tell her no, and then, oh. I am VTuber 1. I am VTuber 1 in the screenshots provided by Nano in our document. I've been a friend and a client of Nano for years, and seeing how she was manipulated and abused by Cinder and Red makes me livid. She is an absolute sweetheart and just wants her clients to be happy. It breaks my heart to see how she was treated like a tool and a resource to be used for growth rather than a talented and living person, and gaslit into somehow believing that how she was being treated was okay. I am so proud of Nano for having the courage to come forward to the affected people with all of this and to let everyone know how they were being unknowingly sabotaged. I've spoken to her privately and want to be clear that I have no ill will or hard feelings towards Nano for involvement in this. I urge people reading this to try and understand that the emotional manipulation on display and empathize with her situation. There is a lot I could say about how disgusting I find their behavior towards other creators in general, but I want to focus on my personal experiences. Cinder and I. Oh, here we go. Discovering that all of this was going on behind the scenes has been gut-wrenching. I didn't know Cinder. We weren't friends, and we have barely talked. Even writing this, I do not understand what I could have possibly done to warrant the level of malice and cruelty she's shown. In our private interactions, I was as cordial as possible, but I just wasn't interested in associating with her professionally or being her friend. From the few uncomfortable interactions I did have with her, I had gotten the vibe that her primary goal was to climb the social and content ladder and grow her brand. I am fully aware how common that attitude is, and that's just how you go, and that's just how you grow in this sphere, but I personally don't have the emotional fortitude or bandwidth to have friends for the express purpose of growth. For the record, I think it's fine to have that view and approach to content creation, but I also reserve the right to simply not vibe with someone. I would much rather not associate with someone at all than pretending to be their friend for the purposes of growing my brand. The only time I had actually talked to her directly was during my meet and greet at TwitchCon 2023. I had just finished my meet and greet, and as I was wrapping up, she walked directly to the screen to meet me, and had someone else take a picture of us together. I was not informed of this picture or asked permission for it, and only knew about it once I saw it on Twitter later on. Okay. Also, Cinder really loved meeting you and wanted to collab, so I told her I'd let you know, and I could throw you guys in a group chat if you were interested. Hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I prefer to not do collabs. No worries. Hope you're having a good weekend. Aw, thanks. I'm trying to just busy and lots of IRL stuff coming up. Sorry for not being interested in collab. I just like to do my own thing, but I'm always open to messages. I hope you had fun at the con and everything went okay. After the meet and greet, she contacted my manager at Mythic to ask me to collab with her. I told them I would rather not collab, but accepted her friend request on Discord after turning her down. In private DMs, she reached out and asked me to do merged or another various form of collab to be monetized, to which I again declined. I will always prioritize my mental health and peace over any potential profit that would make me feel used transactionally and put me out of my comfort zone. Hi, Silver. Sorry for getting back to you late. I've been super sick from TwitchCon. I guess a lot of us got sick after the last couple parties. I hope you had a good time at your meet and greet. It was nice to see you there, but yeah, no worries if you don't prefer to stream together. My manager suggested something more like, so like sponsorships, merch, music, or some kind of other project together that maybe Mythic could help with if needed. I'd love to chat more either way. No worries, it's been super hectic. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm just not interested in transactional relationships with anyone. I hope you can understand. That's what this was about. This was about Silverville. Okay. I had a new live 2D model in the works for my birthday with Nano, which was eventually canceled. I was devastated, as Nano was the one who originally asked if she could do this model because she was excited to make it with all the new things she had learned. And my birthday was special. At the time, the reason given was health and stress reasons, which made sense given how much was on Nano's plate. And despite my disappointment, it expressed my support for her prioritizing her health. I am now aware that the actual reason for declining to work with me on my birthday model was external pressure from Redacted and Cinder. Words cannot describe how heartbroken I was and am. Silver, I have to cancel the model com. I'm sorry, my manager told me I have to cancel the most possible for health reasons. I've been working too hard. Do you know if you would be able to do it next year at all? Sometime next year. Oh no. Oh no, you didn't tell Silver you canceled because of Cinder, did you? No! Well, let's see if Geary wants a Nano model or not. I hope Silver finds someone else. I didn't think much of it at the time, but Cinder messaged me on Discord right before my model was canceled. She celebrated that we shared art, despite the fact that at the same time she and Redacted were actively working to take the potential for more away. Hey Silver, I just got your gamer sub stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's so cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch, since she's both our model mama. Cinder and Redacted have spent years sabotaging me for no understandable reason. I have never done anything to warrant this other than just existing as Silvervale. They actively sought to get my models and art cancelled, and based on the messages I have seen and shared above, seem to have not had any second thoughts about doing so. It's hard to express how crushing a feeling it is to be talked about so cruelly and maliciously without my knowing. And to know opportunities and friendships were taken away for what I can only assume is spite and insecurity. There is no end to the amount of anxiety I feel knowing that if these rumors were expressed to Nano, I have to assume they were expressed to others as well. I hope this document and evidence presented will convince you that I am not the person that Cinder and Redacted try to convince people that I am. This was like a taunt. Dude, okay. But like, this is like the biggest taunt ever. That's just taunting behavior. That is actual taunt behavior. Narcissist. For real. That is so crazy. And then Giga also got affected. I don't know Giga, to be honest, so. But just realized why an art project of mine was suddenly canceled. ... Say it ain't so. Oh my god. If anyone is wondering about Cinder's Discord, they fucking locked at everything. Like, holy cow, this is absolutely a shithole after 5 mentions of Cinder's behavior. Wait. Locking down general chat since the user load is getting a bit much for just a few mods. If you have any... Okay. Oh. Okay. Snake! Snake! Ah, that's so funny! Last night I got lost in the fog and then I ran over. Ooh, snake, snake, snake. Oh. Oh, it's all getting locked down. Oh no. She does not want to face the music. She doesn't want to face it. She doesn't want to face the music. Do we remember when she went to send her entire following to attack me because I made an ASMR roleplay with this Hellhound OC and that was copying her? Or how about when she was actively liking tweets, calling me names? Of course we don't remember because she made me delete every tweet. Oh. You're cringe. And there's redacted right there! Oh my god. Oh my god. Another one. Oh my, there's so, my professional experience with Sinder. Okay, what? Okay, so there's a little bit of mixed. I'm like reading it to myself because I'm moral VTube scary. True, actually, though. I'm so confused here. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I watch tiny ones. This is just so insane to me. True, tiny ones are the best. Us teeny weeny people, we're truly the best. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Another one. Another one. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, she exposed somebody else. Yeah, also, what is she saying? Oh, there it is! Hey, so I saw something mean about me, so I can write it to a longer. We can become famous. True. Also, oh my god. Oh my god. 7 pages. This is her apology. This is her apology. Chat. We are in the thick of it now. Oh, this is Cinder's response to everything we just talked about. This is her response. Oh, the tea is piping hot. There's nothing I can say to make this better, but I will try my best to properly convey my feelings, frustrations, and mistakes. She didn't even like say anything with this tweet. It's just a twit longer. I'm so disappointed, dude. Dude, fuck off. Redacted has been my co-content creator since I began making content, managing all aspects of what I do, and being a major part of why I'm here. We have also been in a relationship since the start of my endeavors. It's no secret that many VTubers choose to keep their public and personal lives separate, and I am no different. Keep flashing the I have a boyfriend. Chad is not my boyfriend. It's fine. It's fine. We're all in a relationship together. We're all in a huge orgy. Just so that I don't have to feel so fucking lonely reading this. We've also been blah blah blah. As of yesterday, he is no longer working with me, and I have not extensively discussed any of this with him. Where our personal situation goes from here will be figured out between us privately. I never intended to mention us publicly, but given that the claims are out there, I want everyone to know I'm taking this seriously. I'll be your boyfriend, girlfriend for Twitter likes to Really? Alright, bet. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm gonna post. I like how Ashley's the first one. Is now officially my boyfriend and girlfriend. Timestamp from my stream. Timestamp from my stream to 23. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Arma, you should know better than to say that. This is the timestamp now. It's timestamped. Thank you. Thank you. I never intended to mention us publicly, but given the claims that are out there, after years, blah, 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 his hyper business-oriented outlook warped my view of what it is I should be doing. And what should be important. It's 6 a.m. I'm not on top of my game. It's okay. I always make Arma's head fuzzy. It's just a special trait I have. And what should be important to me as I navigate this career path? I have a terrible work-life balance as it is, and being around projects and streams all day, every day made me lose sight of the point. It took all of this happening for me to realize this behavior isn't normal or healthy, and it's not an outlook I want to have. This doesn't absolve me of the things I've willingly done wrong and went along with, or the way I've treated people who are fully undeserving. In regards... Oh my god, I didn't realize what was playing. I was like, what? Dude, I was freaked out there. Okay. In regards to Nanolist, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans. Bitch, you already got called out for basically agreeing with everything though. So do not throw Red under the bus for your doing for what you said as well. Solely doing the new plans and negotiations through his private DMs. Nano had a project server we were all a part of where the actual art and models were worked on, but the conversations were focused around the work itself. I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission decisions. But you agreed with them. Like, Nano sent you screenshots of the messages, and you agreed with them. And I should have been more diligent in my oversight. Every time I had been told that Nano had agreed to work on a new commission with me, it had been willingly and with excitement. From my point of view, it was that she genuinely wanted to be working on these things. I wanted to work with Nano as much as I possibly could, making her art the face of my brand. We had come to the conclusion that it'd be in my best interest to talk with Nano about making more time for my projects by negotiating with her to cut out other work. This was wrong for us to push onto her, and it was wrong to the other creators who wanted the chance of working with her. There was only one specific creator we were responsible for naming and pressuring Nano into reconsidering projects with, not an entire list. But you also said there was a list, and he said there was a list, and so you can't really say there wasn't a list because there definitely was a list, as you could see in the previous documents. There was a list. Of her own volition, Nano canceled a large portion of her model commissions last September. However, the claim that I was just using her is wrong. I've always treated Nano with respect and as my friend. I did give her a lot of work, and we did everything we could to accommodate her schedule if she needed more time or a break, and even helped her with her own project payments multiple times. I've invited her onto my stream, I've sent her my merch and things she's made for me. And I was always open to talking to her about things outside of our projects in the instances we would message each other. Regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiations of their initial agreement, and I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton being included in this list. So what about Spite? What about Silver? If I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. I was only aware of it being about one person who I was unfairly pursuing. When Nano had messaged me about this agreement almost a month later, I was under the assumption this was only about Silvervale. So she was after Silvervale. Damn. I was upset, and my initial messages to her were very guilt-trippy, but I wasn't going to force Nano to do anything she wasn't okay with, and tried reassuring her that I was okay with her decision. Nano had also never come to me as seriously and professionally as her document was looking to address the issue she had with either of us, or to terminate our partnership. I had no idea there was even a conversation about Shy Lily recently between Red and Nano, until reading her document. It's true, I had confided in Red that lately I hadn't been hearing from Lily like I had in the past and was worried something was wrong. But that's as far as it went, and he took it upon himself to try digging for more info. And I was never even aware Nano was ever planning to work on a model for another of my friends, Geary. Giri or Giga? I'm so confused. I do not condone anything about what Red said about Bao in these DMs either, and him using we and our in this context is abhorrently incorrect, and I believe was done to gain greater credibility behind what he was saying. Yes, Red and I were initially upset when Bao hired my editor, and I took it personally when I shouldn't have. I felt as if maybe my content wasn't good enough, or like I wasn't paying enough for his work. But I accepted it and was happy for him getting that bag and supporting one of my friends at the same time. And yes, I was also upset with Sack, the Boss Rush music video editor, had told us that he won't be working on any future projects with us, and would instead be working exclusively for Bao. But Red got it in his head that it was Bao's fault that it happened, and seemingly held a grudge against her for it. He was very passionate about Boss Rush and the potential future projects around it, but he told me without a music video editor as talented as Sack, the future projects wouldn't reach the same heights. So he created this headcanon that's laid out in these DMs. I wasn't convinced this was the case, but it's my fault for never speaking with Bao about these things directly to clear things up, and letting it spiral to the point it got to. Every comment here about her own music, guilt-tripping, and claims about our shared feelings towards her are disgusting, and I honestly don't know why he thought this way about my close friend beyond the resentment over those two things, or why it was worth sabotaging her over. So she's just not really, she's taking accountability for the lighter stuff, but completely dismissing the rest of it. So she's manipulating us into saying like, oh, I do take responsibility for like the not as serious things that were mentioned or said, but I didn't say that. I think that was a gross misrepresentation of how I truly felt, blah blah blah. And I only went after Silver, blah blah blah, the really big V2 group. No, I didn't go after anyone else. Yeah, what the fuck ever. The It's Just Business screenshot of my DMs with Nano's document was from November of 2023, and I'll go into my thought process of everything I said here. What Red was trying to explain to Nano is that if everyone has a model by her, then the innate value of her models overall are diminished by there being an oversaturation of that type of model out there. If everyone in the world had a VTuber model done by her, then the value of having her model wouldn't be the same as if there were only a handful of them, which he viewed as a negative for me. I understand where he was coming from with this, but in the VTuber space, this isn't something we should have pursued. Nano has an amazing skill where she's able to draw each of her VTuber children uniquely, so I was never upset seeing new model siblings. In many cases, I was there cheering them on at their debuts and looking to collab with them as sisters when I could. Me saying it's just business was referring to my acceptance of Nano's business decisions, whether she chose to work with me or not. This was not in reference to anyone's model being cancelled. This is further explaining to her that it's okay if she chooses not to work with me. But then the guilt trip after that, sort of diminished. Anyways, I can understand where the next part can sound manipulative, but my intention was to reminisce about the journey we had together up to this point. That's a common tactic manipulators use. They try to get into your emotions, bonding even. Since at this time I wasn't sure if this is where Nano and I would stop working together as frequently as we had been, and I'd have to look for a new model artist. I then encouraged her to work on projects she's excited about, while I talked with Red to find a product that would work with her schedule. I only attacked this one person. It's not the stellar defense she thinks it is. True! That's a strange way of looking at models. It very much is. I mean, my model artist has done many models. Many models. For real, acting like VTuber models are a zero-sum game or something. For real. I love my model. And I'm so glad that other people that also like share the same model mama as me aren't like seeing me as competition. That'd be fucking weird. When talking about Silvervale, I need to start at the beginning. Before I was Cinder, I was a pink cherry blossom girl named Tashi that did ASMR content. When the VTuber boom happened in 2020, I knew I wanted to join in. Red and I contacted an artist in October, and they were set to start my VTuber design by December. The plan was to take my cherry blossom persona Tashi and make her a pink and white wolf girl VTuber. In November of that same year, Silverveil revealed her Sakura wolf redesign. I had heard of Silverveil earlier that year, but I didn't watch her streams at all. We knew we had to pivot before we were stuck with the design that would just be a copy of one of the most popular VTubers at the time. Like I've explained many times on my stream, I knew I wanted to be a wolf girl, so I mixed my love of okami and metal music into the design and came out with a hellhound. My name was originally going to be Ember, but Red came up with the name Cinder since it was a mix of Sin and Cinder, both hell and fire themed. It was only a coincidence that it ended up being similar to Silver. I don't think anybody was arguing that you were copying Silver with Cinder. Like, I don't, who was arguing this? I was genuinely interested in pursuing a friendship with her and drew fan art myself of us together. On the other hand, Red was in my ear the whole time saying how great working together would be since, again, he's been the business-oriented side of my brand. She really doesn't like Silver. Clearly. Like, holy shit. Nobody said a thing about their names. Like, that was just a random drop of lore. Since I started streaming, I have been ruthlessly compared to Silverveil, being called the discount version of her. I was accused of copying her design, copying her personality, even copying her laugh of all things. And there was a large number of people who were diehard believers in the fact that I stole all of these attributes maliciously for my own gain, citing the art I posted of us together, calling her an inspiration, when in reality this was referring to the decision to become a hellhound. So is she not going to bring up spite at all, or is she going to bring up spite later? Like, I'm really curious. Nobody said that. Who was comparing her to Silver, though, is the real question. Like, how many people were honestly saying, oh yeah, you're like the discount version of Silver. They're not even the same creature. Like, I wouldn't even consider them the same creature. So, I don't know. This just seems like she's reaching, and she may have had like one viewer say, oh, you're kind of like a discount version of Silver. Or that's something she made up in her head. I really don't think many people were comparing her to Silver. I think many people were comparing Spite to Cinder. Silverveil was mentioned in the original designing of my character was when we explained why we were pivoting to something else, and there were no references of her character involved. I grew more and more resentful of Silver over time between the constant belittling of myself, a controversy around my first waifu cub, and other incidents, even though she herself never interacted with me directly. And it was also that fact that made me insecure. Like, I wanted to know if she believed all these things or not. It really felt as if she didn't like that I even existed in the same space. So at the point I was working with Nano consistently, we brought up not making any more models for her. If a VTuber model is how everyone recognizes you, then it'd be wrong, or it'd be harder to compare us directly if we no longer look alike or have that shared similarity. It was a wrong and selfish decision, but it made me feel better, and that's why it was a constant topic with Nano. Red pushed for this harder than I ever did because he knew how it affected me for years. But no matter what the outcome was, I wasn't going to walk away from working with Nano. Silver was completely undeserving of this treatment, and it was my own insecurities that led me to making this choice. I became unapologetically evil towards her due to no direct action of her own. And that's why you taunted her. When you were like, oh, I can't wait for us to share the same art on the waifu cups. Like, can we all agree? Can we just all agree that was a taunt? That was a taunt message to Silverveil from Cinder. I bet someone randomly joined and said, hey, you look like Silver, and she latched onto that. Oh, she probably did. It was a taunt. It was absolutely a fucking taunt. Considering the similarity to something she did herself, it may be entirely fabricated, based entirely on justifying her own behavior. I've known people like this. Oh, you accused me of X? Well, that means you did it to me too. and then fully believing it. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's like if somebody compared me to Gura, I'm like, okay, sure. That's fine. Or someone comparing me to Fanana, which I'm like, okay, sure. It's just crazy. She really, like, she was real. Gura wishes she was boing boing like you. By the way, Gura like retiring, everyone was like, they saw this coming because she just wasn't streaming as much. Moving on from Silvervale, let me talk about Spite. Here we go. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement, with excluding someone specific from working with Nano, was Silver. My design sheet and outfit were finished and made public at the very start of 2021. The first thing she mentions is a debut teaser in 2022. That was apparently posted on the same date as her original debut, which I honestly don't know if at the time this was intentional or not. I do not know when I first discovered Spite, and it could have been after she debuted. When I first debuted, I was very possessive of my design details. I had made it a year and a half since my design sheet was finished in public to having a full VTuber debut, as I watched everything grow and change from the sidelines, and I didn't want anyone else to capitalize on my concept before I could. So after my original debut, I remember Spite getting an update to her model that made it seem like she would more closely resemble me, including fire added to her model. Without evidence, I saw it and thought she must have copied me, but I never did anything about it other than voice my frustrations to Red. I didn't want to start drama with anyone, and I didn't have ownership over fire as a design detail. Yeah, no shit. The references from the ripped shirt and shorts outfit on my bikini model was given to Nano in June of 2022, with the purpose of having a cover-up outfit that would be safe for Twitch. The merged art she's referring to was designed around my concept of my fire changing blue. The fact that the rest of the art was grayscale was the artist's choice, since it was going onto the back of a hoodie, and I didn't have a say, or at least I didn't encounter that being the final decision. There was no intention to deliberately look like Spite with this piece. Unfortunately, both my Angel and Sleepy outfits being similar to outfits Spite has done in the past was just a coincidence. I had always planned to one day make an Angel counterpart to my Demon outfit when it was being made in 2023, and my original ref sheet laid the groundwork for that idea. I've never liked theming around anything around my brand in a religious light, so I chose to make my Angel form more Greek Valkyrie than biblical, which also gives it a similar look to my Demon form. The Sleepy outfit was a last-minute decision to pivot from a fully new 3.0 model because I had the opportunity to work with gamer subs on an AFK flavor. Spite never should have received the hate comments over her outfit, or any comments comparing us, or belittling her because of my existence. And I never advocated for anyone to do so, especially given my experience. Spite also brought up another creator who reached out to her with their experience with me, and I can only assume it's Nyantails. They are an ASMR artist who at one point posted a Hellhound OC for one of their upcoming ASMR videos, and I was undoubtedly created using me as reference. This was right after my debut, and like I said, I was very protective of my design elements being unique to me, and I overreacted. Shortly after, I apologized, and they agreed to adjust the character's design, and I thought the matter was settled. So it's like, she's just saying that her and Spite looking alike is very coincidental. I think after like 3 times the same thing happens, I think it starts to stop being uncoincidental. Just my thought. At the very start of my online career, I was a GFE ASMR artist. Before I started my channel, I had gotten into listening to roleplay audios myself. I had always been a shut-in throughout high school and college, and I wasn't happy with where my life and relationship were at the time. After uploading my first few audios, my channel started growing fast. This was the first time I was inundated with so many people wanting to know me and talk to me. and I got lost in the excitement of it all, not fully coming to terms with these messages being because of the kind of content I was making. I was immature and inexperienced with how to conduct myself online. I have never made many IRL friends, and had met Rain doing ASMR. I quickly became comfortable chatting with him about everything, divulging my grievances about my personal life when I shouldn't have. I cheated on my boyfriend with Rain in these conversations, flirting and sexting. I used Rain for emotional comfort and sexual fantasy while I let my real life relationship collapse. It was about my dissatisfaction with my personal life and escaping into messages with someone else who I found through content focused around GF and BFRP. It was never about climbing the ladder with Rain, and I find that being his takeaway from why I moved on baffling. By the time I was ready to debut as Sinder, I wanted to leave that in the past. Still to this day, I regret my decisions and have been living with it since, and I was lucky to be able to mend my relationship after this. And lastly, I want to address Peaches. Oh, who's Peaches? I didn't read that. This is a very big problem I have, and I'm sure many others in my position do too. At the end of the day, I am one person. I am one person working on multiple projects with multiple companies, talking to dozens of people, and streaming for hours almost every day. I've never had a big social battery, and I get tired very easily when interacting with people. I haven't had much energy at all over the past year, leading to me taking frequent naps. I've rarely been able to keep up with my closest handful of friends on a frequent basis, let alone everyone else. Red has always been a big help in keeping up with things, but he doesn't do everything. I'm so sorry I made you feel forgotten, Peaches. I've always cherished your friendship, and I was so incredibly excited to meet you in Paris. I'm so grateful for everything you've done to me. Oh, okay, this is the other ASMR person. I'm sorry, I know I've made a lot of people feel forgotten or ignored. It's so easy to get caught up in projects or what I'm doing while I have the energy to do it, that people fall by the wayside. I understand the feelings of those who resent me over this, and all I can say is I'm sorry. I don't deserve to be able to contact everyone involved directly to personally apologize, so I'll do it here in the chance they read it. Of course they're gonna fucking read it, are you kidding me? Okay. To Nano, I'm so sorry I let things get to this point or even entertain the thought of you working exclusively with me. That's not fair to you. I wouldn't be here without you, and I wouldn't have been able to do most of what I've already done without you. I felt overly attached to our relationship over the past 4 years, and I love your work so much that I wanted to make myself exclusive to your art, and should have never sought those feelings to be reciprocated. Everything you've ever worked on for me was always so perfect, and I lost sight of how everyone else around me would have felt. I had no intentions of pressuring you into anything, but looking back on my clouded judgment, I can see how my messages felt that way. I fucking hate that so much. Ooh, I hate when people say things like that. Dude, that's such a manipulation tactic, right? That is so, oh my god. I fucking hate. I had no intentions of pressuring you into anything, but looking back on my clouded judgment, I can see how my messages felt that way. Not just I was wrong. I was wrong and I am sorry. No, it's I'm sorry you felt that. It's the equivalent of I'm sorry you felt that way. You fucking cunt. When I talked about how my models have helped you improve, I meant that as looking back on how far we've come together. We've been friends for so long and cheered each other on when we both started growing and getting more opportunities like plushies, figures, etc. You had been my exclusive artist for full live 2D models for the majority of my time as a VTuber, and of course, I would have been sad if you didn't want to continue that relationship. But in all our other private DMs, I was okay with you ultimately doing what was best for you. I saw you as someone I trusted and loved and wanted to make sure you were still taking care of yourself, all the projects you took on, mine or otherwise. I never saw you as just a business partner. I thought I was reassuring you that I'd always be understanding of you wanting to move on to other projects. Alright, to bow. Ooh, to bow. Since the start, I've always admired you and how genuine you've always been to everyone. I wouldn't be here without you either. I'm disgusted with myself for buying into the narrative that my friends were competition. I've never had such genuine friendships in my life, especially with you. We've gotten to know each other so well online and in person. You've already been through so much, and the last thing I wanted to do is cause more harm, but I did. Sorry for not reaching out sooner about these ideas that were put into my head. I wish we would have been able to... Oh yeah, they were put into your head, alright, by someone else. Of course, someone else. Blah blah blah. I wish we would have been able to talk about this too. I didn't know about the severity of things that have been said and theorized about my own friends behind my back until now. It's my fault for not realizing the things Red was saying about you. The countless friendships I've made here within the last several years mean so much more to me than him and the business side of things, and his way of thinking. No amount of popularity or money means more to me than the relationships I've built in this community. I've always been myself, whether that be on the stream or in person, and I hope the friends I've made can understand I never condone this behavior or any of the things that were said about my friends. I've always wanted everyone around me to thrive and find happiness. I can't stress enough how disappointed I am that I didn't see this sooner until it got to a breaking point I'm sorry about. I've never condoned the behavior I participated in. Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird sentence, isn't it? That's so weird. That's a weird one. I love getting to chat with you in person. I absolutely loved all the hard work you put into the Boss Rush song. I was so grateful to hear you were on board to edit the music video. I don't remember exactly why the stream got pushed back, but I definitely wouldn't have put the blame on you knowing about how soon the deadline was when you started working on it. I was so thankful for your willingness to complete the project despite everything, and the quality of how it turned out was incredible. Yeah, it fucking was. It was the only reason your video did as well as it did, by the way. Sinder. I can't believe how Red talked about you, especially after all the effort you put in for me. I'm so sorry for everything that's happened. To Cotton and Lily. I'm so sorry you had to get dragged into this. It's my fault I let it get this far, but I hope you can believe me when I say I had no knowledge of Red bringing you up in Nano's DMs. I just learned about all this myself, and there could have been so many other friends affected by the narrative that things have always had to be competitive. If I knew Red was trying to exclude specific friends into this exclusivity deal, I would have spoken up. None of my friendships are worth sacrificing over an art piece. I love being your friend and all the memories we've shared, and I hope someday you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I'm rocking in my chair, because I'm just like, ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay, alright. 2 silver. Since the start, I love that I saw someone else sharing something similar interest to me. And I thought maybe someday we could talk about it all and be good friends. I was blinded by all these hate comments around me calling me your lesser half. I hate the person I've become towards you. I tried reaching out some time ago to try to start up a friendly conversation to change things and make things right. Say hi to you at conventions and support your endeavors, but despite all that, I was still being eaten alive by my own doubts and fear or harassment. I was pressured by the community as a whole to try reaching out to collaborate since I got these messages so often comparing us. Yeah, right! Yeah, there's freshwater fish, saltwater fish, brackish fish. But Toby is the fish that lives in tea. True, I am a tea fish. We could work something out. The photo of me at the meet and greet was taken candidly, and I thought it looked so cute. And I posted it without asking you which was wrong with me. I was so wrong for letting everyone get in my head about all these malicious feelings. I'm so sorry for any opportunities I've taken away from you. I'm sorry, Silver. To Spite, I'm sorry I had assumed things about your design that weren't true. And I'm sorry you've been harassed by commenters needing to compare us. And I apologize for the way Red spoke about you to Nano. You didn't deserve any of this, Spite. I'm sorry. Wow, that was short. Short, concise. To Peaches, I'm sorry if I made it seem like I was ignoring or ghosting you. I'm so happy we had an opportunity to meet in person, and I was apologetic with how busy things were for me. At the time, I wanted to spend more time with you, but as I got more and more DMs and messages, everything became so overwhelming. To Rain, you were the first person I met as an ASM artist. During a time where I was immature and vulnerable, I ended up being consumed by the content I was making, and it led me to making awful decisions I still think about and regret. Yeah. Whatever. Cheater. Cheater's a cheater. I'm sorry to my pyro pups and my mods for expecting me to lead by a better example than this. I'm sorry to the VTuber community for looking towards me as someone to aspire to. I'm sorry to Kaiser, who put his heart and soul into everything he's ever done for me, and not even talking to you about how I felt. I'm sorry to the dozens of artists that have put their hard work into me. And I'm so sorry for the rest of my friends who I've let down. I've led a bad example, and I don't expect forgiveness. I've made many mistakes over my 5 years on the internet. I'm only one person, living the one life I get for the first and only time, like everyone else. As I said at the start, I ended up developing an extremely unhealthy work-life balance, and the harm Red has caused with the way he viewed things is irreparable. The way I've been perceiving things lately is not how I want to view the world moving forward, and this goes to show there's a lot I need to address and improve if I'm to continue being a creator. I'm devastated. The friendship so special to me may understandably never be mended again. I love my job and I love all my friends I've had. Thank you for reading, Sinder! Sorry. Let's read these comments here. Apology, looks inside. This is why I did nothing wrong, and it was all my boyfriend. Yep, exactly. Dude, fuck off. The Cinder Bingo card. While we're all here unpacking, care to play Cinder Bingo? Boyfriend manager. She drops out of fan sleeve. No graduation. Victimizing herself. Blaming insecurities. Man, that was disappointing to read. As creators, we are responsible for our own brand and image. This is someone you supposedly loved and worked close with as a team for years. I can't imagine for the sake of an online image throwing someone away so effortlessly, claiming you didn't know what they were doing. But dude, you were at the top. You had everything. You had a massively supportive community, a group of girls who stuck by you. You're partial owner of a company. People would die to be where you're at, and you actively sabotage the people closest to you, as well as creators that had nothing to do with you. Oolong, maybe Jasmine? I'm not sure. Red did these bad things without my knowledge. Red was managing my career closely for years. I was possessive over my design details. I never wanted to start drama. Oh gosh, I love this. Yep, this perfectly sums it up. I was immature when I first debuted. These issues lasted for years after debut. I didn't have a say in the final merch art. I approved it without counter. I didn't want anyone else capitalizing on my concept. I know I don't own fire. I appreciate my community and friends. I let competition and jealousy fester. This was never about climbing ladders. I was growing my channel fast and getting lost in attention. I wanted to fix things. I posted pictures without asking, pushed collabs because of fan pressure. Outcome. Cinder tries to portray herself as a passive victim of circumstance, immaturity, manager issues, overwhelm, but her actions show deliberate choices made over years, not one-off mistakes. Damage control and owning up to mistakes failed. Truly. Oh. I'm sorry by all means, it's not my place to accept or not accept this, but I am confused. You DM Silver after your amazing boyfriend manager made birthday work with Nano get canceled for your own benefits, and DM'd her literally a few minutes after, being all cool and happy, pretending you weren't the reason. Yeah. How old are you? How old is Redacted? Wait, you can ask Grok to do this? Nano sent Sinder and her mentor tried to lock her into exclusive work. Ooh, here's a long one from Shy Lily. The absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolutely insanity. The pain and mental torment you've caused to the ones closest and most supportive of you has been devastating. And I have never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. One thing to know about people like this is they have no sense of self. Their self-image is based entirely on outwards behavior. So stuff like DM about how excited you are to start to share art after getting her art canceled is a pretty straightforward message to herself that she totally did nothing wrong. Look, she's saying nice things now, so she's totally a good person. I mean, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting. Reading and hearing of how you really viewed me behind my back, not just through screenshots of your man, but also your very own messages, while having to sit here and read through these bullshit lies you spin, makes me want to vomit. She is really fake. She's fake. At the end of the day, she's fake. To claim that you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to, when everyone who's shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person. Sharing every waking moment while loving to jump at the slightest opportunity to turn into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given, even when talking about your friends, is sickening. I've experienced your own actions with Outred in a situation where in your own screenshotted words you express a pressure to live up to what Lily is, and proceeded to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuous planning just because you consistently chose business over friends, never feeling bad for failing them, just to earn the bag and compete with me over a V-card collab that you rescheduled to be on the exact date your friend needed you to keep an important promise. You actively lied about it to them, instead blaming me for a collab you rescheduled, adding me to the pool of excuses to save your ass, when you realized you were being a bad friend. Why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed to on one of the most important days in that friend's career? Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even had these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. You claim that it's just business. Well, in the business world, there has to be accountability, and all you've done is try to shove it away and admit to nothing. In true narcissistic fashion, you're only feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences and your career and try to salvage it. I'm sorry for everyone who looked up to you as an inspiration, and I'm especially sorry for your fans. Pyro pups deserve better. Narcissists are fake because they literally can't be anything else. There's nothing inside of them. I love that. I just want to let you know it took me 30 minutes to read the whole thing. I think I lost both my voice and sanity. I rated it a 3 out of 10. Oh, man. Alright. Alright. It's just boyfriend business, for real. Oh yeah. By the way, the videos for this is going to be insane. Insane, bro. At the end of the day, it's just business. Girl, no. I love that. Girl, no. Dude. Okay. Oh gosh. Days without VTuber drama. We're going back to 0. If only that were true. If only that were true. Eat? Eat? I do need to eat. I am starving. I'm so hungry. Alright, I'm gonna end stream so that I can eat some food. I'm probably gonna upload this to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to upload this to my YouTube channel. I will be streaming tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll be streaming for way longer than I am today. And we're gonna actually be playing some games. I'm really excited for it. So I hope to see you all there. And until then, bye-bye. Ow. 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 I'm still in pain. Ow. 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 Okay, bye!